more hyped as we see all the shifts and where everybody's time shake out to.
It's gonna be more intense though, and so these are just for qualifiers that are going to make the Cossack Cup.
Oh, it looks like we just kicked off, so they are going.
It looks like we have a differential in starting ideals right now. It looks like we have Toad and Pop Dot going Pharaoh first, and then Rift and Wader will be starting off Bright first. So, get to see the difference between these two routes right now.
Yeah.
It's always so fun watching. They're very, very similar. The Pharaoh first is theoretically a little bit faster, but you are going to have to be mashing down all those enemies in the sand instead of just using the Bright Flasher. And so we'll probably see the difference, but after the first two stages, everybody will meet up again. So there's only a little bit of differentiation.
Ooh, it looks like Pop Dot actually missed the balloon
Oh, shit, did he?
on his route. I hope he knows that he can take a reset. If he does, maybe he wants to keep going either way. I'm not sure there.
Yeah, he might just run with it. I'm not sure.
Really interesting.
Now you do have the option to reset though if you're not if you kind of messed up though, which is fine though.
Yeah, for sure. Pop Dot's like a very interesting runner in this tournament because you probably all know mostly as a Mega Man 6 runner, and you'll be seeing like insane amount of slide canceling going on that screen today. That'll be really fun to watch.
Yeah. He's a very, very good Mega Man runner. World record in Mega Man 6. I know he's up there in Mega Man 5. He's done 3, I think, as well. Probably some others. And then he also runs X7. Gets into the X stuff as well. So very experienced, very good runner. I'm sure we're going to see some good stuff from him. And so everybody's in the boss fights here. The Bright fight is an interesting one. Whether you're doing it Buster only if you go first, or if you're using Pharaoh and you do it second, you've got to make sure that you get the damage values in so that he doesn't flash you. So really it's going to be one uncharged shot within the first 4 hits that you give him, and then just charge shots all the way through. And they both did it great. So everybody's finishing at the same time. This is great.
Yeah, Wader getting the center kill on there too. It was great fights by everybody. Yeah, getting that flash from Brightman can be super costly, especially if he decides to jump after that. Because as some people might not know, contact damage from a boss in this game is just so costly. It'll take, I think, 8 health points for that to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if every single boss is 8, but Brightman definitely is.
I think the exception is Pharaoh for that. He only takes 4 for contact.
That does sound right, yeah. And in general, though, you're right, the bosses do a ton of contact damage, so that's usually your biggest concern. But yeah, Wader and Rift with a very, very close time coming out of the Bright first, and Toad and Potdot both coming into Bright at about the same time, so the two paths are very close, and we'll see when they get done with the stages kind of how close they are to each other.
Yeah. And looking at Toad stage, we're about to see like the biggest difference between the two routes is this balloon strat, which is totally insane right here. But here we go.
Toad man. I mean, looking Toad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I butchered your name though, but
it was my fault.
Yeah, there's immediate commentator curse. The balloon strats are wild.
They are.
It's really cool. Besides just getting across there, these grasshoppers cause tons of lag and have a lot of RNG. So it has a lot of benefits, but as we just saw, a lot of risk as well. But we also know it's looking Toad. He's got 3 hours, so even with that death, he'll probably put up a excellent time on this one, and then he's got lots of time to
yeah, he can make up for it.
And let's see, so we do have Potdot going in. We're gonna see now the Bright fight with Pharaoh. Like I said, it'll be pretty similar, though by utilizing that charge overhead and the regular charge, it's gonna be even faster. And Wader and Rift going into Pharaoh fights.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you get into that Bright fight too. What you would want in each route is like if you're going Pharaoh first, you're hoping for Bright to be more jumpy. And if you're Bright first, you're hoping that he's going to stand there and shoot at you. And just kind of fighting that RNG throughout the fight is really kind of the key to getting through it quick.
Yeah, for sure. And so looks like after there we got Pot Dot with just the slightest of leads over Waiter, and then Rift and Toad are kind of right behind them as well. So that death really wasn't too slow for Toad. He was able to catch up and kind of hang with this pack.
Yeah.
Everyone's entering ring right now.
And now we got, man, what an evil stage ring can be. And immediately we see it with Pot Dot. These first couple screens are tough. There's just a lot that can go wrong with just a slight misplacement of a balloon or a slight bonk. It's a tough stage.
It is.
Yeah, I would actually like to take this opportunity to enforce some new Mega Man 4 nomenclature related to this part of the stage. If you have a long climb, it is now known as a summer solstice because it stays daytime longer. And a short climb is the winter solstice. And a big shout out to Mellow Flows for coming up with that one.
I support this. I think that's great.
Yeah, the days will be getting colder after the summer solstice, and after the winter solstice, we'll be getting warmer.
And I did think that was interesting. I guess I hadn't seen Pot Dot do ring stage before, but he opted to go balloonless at the beginning stages and use bright. I don't know what the difference in time there is, but that is probably going to be a little more consistent, nice and easy to make it through there without having to worry about some of those balloon jumps and weird bonks and stuff. And we also see this stage is basically nothing but mini boss fights. So there's all these hippos and the giant ring guys. We're going to do a lot of damage boost, which means you're going to get to the ring man fight with pretty low health no matter what. And as we mentioned earlier, contact damage is pretty deadly. So the ring fight ends up being kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's a scary stage for sure. Just very closely routed, especially at this level that all these runners are playing. Oh, Waiter taking a death.
Oh, that's right. Cap just reminded me that Pot Dot missed the balloon jump, as we said earlier, so of course he had to go balloonless. I totally forgot about that already.
Compared to everyone. Okay,
so I want to give you guys a heads up, though, that it's about to rain at where I live, though, and so if you hear thunder in the background, though, that means we're gonna have a thunderstorm, so I might cut out, though.
That's heads up.
Fair enough, man.
Pot Dot had a great fight, no issues there. Rift had a good fight.
Yeah, buddy.
Had a good fight. I didn't see what happened to Waiter. I was focusing on Pot Dot there, but he's
death on one of the ring mini bosses.
Ah, okay.
Even with my mess up.
An interesting thing about Waiter too. I was talking to him earlier today, and he said that if he gets a 38 sometime within this race, he's switching to Pharaoh first and just trying all the most insane strats he knows. He's been grinding that Pharaoh first route really hard lately, so would love to see that happen.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if Waiter pulls off a PB even in these heats or in the near future with how much he's been doing room grinding in practice.
Yeah, with Waiter, I think the PB and the skill level are just unmatched, and a lot of people have been saying that, and it's very much true.
We're also seeing some differences in the way to tackle this lag room on Dust. We see Toad going with Pharaoh. Pot Dot was using Bright, and it looks like Rift is going to do the same. Those are
Rift taking it
man, down. Yeah, and just sliding off. It's so easy to just miss an input. I have found all kinds of creative ways to slide into pits in this game.
Now this room here in Dustman stage, this one's not easy as Toad though, like barely escaped it somehow. It's just barely escaped it.
I think he got the fast crusher there. That's it looks very scary.
Man, he barely escaped it though.
So I would love to see another crusher zip sometime in this heat. Shout out to Vet for pulling that off yesterday.
Vet did go big with it. All right, so Pot Dot and Toad both into Dust fight. Dust is usually not too bad as long as you don't get sucks. If he jumps around, and they both had no issues there. No bad RNG.
Yeah, Dustman has to be kind of nice to you, you know.
And you can only damage boost off him so many times, so like RNG can really give you a hard time in that fight.
Oh,
That's
for
same
sure.
thing, that contact damage. Oh, and then Rift.
Again.
Yep.
Oh,
I think Wader had to hesitate just a second to make sure he was safe to make it through the Crusher. But yeah, Rift gets crushed.
Where's everybody at?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Wader and Rift are close.
And you can see, yeah, Toad watching
Doesn't have
everybody
the
out
balloon.
there. You know, where he's at. So, of course, Potdot with no balloon isn't going to be able to do the zip here in Skull, but it really isn't too big a deal.
Especially when you're bigger size like this.
Yeah. Probably the bigger deal is just not having balloons throughout, just for getting up the ladders a little quicker and everything. But he clearly has some backup strats ready to go. Busting out the bright strats, I think, makes a lot of sense here.
And just seeing some of those slide cancels is just, they're so clean. Yeah, I think this stage and Cossack 2 are the ones that are going to be most costly to Popdot for not having a balloon. We'll see some interesting alternate strats for those. Oh, looks like we have RF coming in here.
Oh, excellent. Yeah,
He's
RF, just like with Potdot, an excellent Rockman 6 runner, and so he's got the slide cancels down, he's got the quick thumbs, but he's been putting in a lot of good work on Mega Man 4. I think, man, he's PB'd like 3 times in the past couple days, so he's another one I would not be surprised if we saw a PB come either in the next 3 hours or in the near future as the tournament goes on.
Popdot and Looking Toad entering the Skull fight at the exact same time here. It's such an interesting fight too because he reacts to you. So like having clean movement in this fight is everything when it comes to just manipulating everything to be perfect. And it looks like Popdot did quite well, and so did Toad.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was very, very close together. Potdot's definitely just a hair ahead of him, but Toad got the magic pixel, and so it looks like they teleported out at almost the exact same time. That is some sync right there.
Yeah,
I would call it the perfect pixel there because normally you'd take damage from those skulls though.
Yeah, and so as Rats mentioned, with Skullman's AI, it's all dependent on your input. So we see with RF now also, you start out holding right to make sure that he shoots, and then his movement is determined by what you do. So it's entirely scripted if it goes right. You just got to make sure it goes right.
So now they're on Dive Man stage while Wader and Resisting Frame is on still finishing up on Skullman stage, and PP Dot just took an unfortunate death there, and what Toad just did was, if you time it just right though, you can freeze the whale though with Brightman's weapon, and you shoot it with the Mega Buster.
Yeah, so if you haven't played Mega Man 4, the sliding in this game is generally pretty friendly, as opposed to like Mega Man 6 where you have to do lots of slide cancels. However, in Dive Man stage, for whatever reason, when you're underwater, you can't jump out of a slide, and so I know for me that makes it real scary. Potdot being used to slide canceling, probably has a bit of an advantage to being used to that type of movement. But we can see those spikes are everywhere. It's a very
it's kryptonite to Mega Man.
Yeah, very easy to take a random death here and there.
So just a quick thing. I mean, we kind of missed it there, but Toad doing the thing that he's probably known for the most, which is smashing the whales down with his teeth. And at the same time, RF just had one of the cleanest whales I think I've ever seen. It looked like it was like one jump and landing on the other platform. It's tough to do that.
Yeah, the teeth mashing is wild. We might see that from Prissy later on also. I think those are the only 2 people that I know of that go for the teeth mash.
Yeah.
And a great fight. Toad is back in the lead after such a clean stage. The Dive Man fight should be pretty well scripted as well, but you do have to be careful because you're using a shield type weapon. So again, body contact can do damage. You need to get close, but not too close.
All right,
And
so Toad is
that first
on
one as well.
Drillman stage, and so now Drillman stage is actually pretty hard itself, though.
I'm using a Game Shark, man. It's a Game Shark that
So I'm
Who's
watching
good?
RF's fight here. He has a good one as well.
Looks like all of our runners missed the wire as well too, so we're good on that one.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's really the only thing we're not picking up because you do want to go for the balloon, which is an optional item, but the wire is not only a long dive down into a pit, but it also resets you further back at a checkpoint. So you do not want to fall into the wire pit. That's a bad time. All right, so
Yeah,
later
on Drillman stage, you're gonna have to use a lot of Brightman's weapon though, because there's a lot of like freezing gotta do, and oh, he gets the damage boost through the spikes though. PP dot does.
And I don't think we've mentioned this, but with Brightman's weapon, it freezes the screen obviously, but really for just a short amount of time. However, the timer doesn't go down as you slide. So everywhere that you use Bright, you're going to be trying to make sure you're sliding as much as possible, and you're really chaining the slides together so that Brightman flash can last for a long, long time.
That's a great point. It's almost like a good barometer for your movement is seeing how long you can keep your flash stoppers going in certain places in the game, like Drillman stage or Toadman stage, which we're about to see.
And what we don't want to see is what just happened to Toad there with Drillman diving down. Though just one dive, just heard him say as well. That's pretty good RNG. Can't complain with one dive.
Yeah.
That's usually kind of my barometer. Is one dive I'm fine with. Two, I'm a little annoyed. More than that, I'm starting to get upset at Drillman.
Did I freeze in the bat room? I thought. Oh no, that was Pot Dot.
And Pot Dot had a great fight. I don't think he had any dives. Was that a zero diver? And RF is there now as well. Yeah, no dives for Pot Dot. See, and RF gets a dive kind of right away.
Am I in drill? Where did my
I think Chelny gave us the exact time
Toad.
yesterday, I thought, but
Toad just mismenued.
Mismenu. Oh no.
Oh yeah, he accidentally like misclicked though.
Yeah, menu boss, hardest boss.
I think he might have to take an instant game over.
Yeah, and Drillman stage is a bad one. There's no pits right away. You've got to. I think he found the fastest way to die there by the Crusher guy, but yeah, I lost a PB to this just a couple days ago. I had a nice pace, and I went back into drill accidentally.
That's the worst.
Oh god, I can't wait.
Like Pot Dot's destroying it through Toad's stage right here, which is very difficult. You have changing physics and a lot of instant death drops through the stage.
I mean,
Yeah.
do any of you guys ever misclick where like you just go on a restage though?
Yeah, I mean that happens. That's certainly what just happened to Toad. He just mismenued.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Hit down instead of down and left, and so I run Mega Man X also, and in Mega Man X you can just exit the stage, so you lose however much time that is. But here, you've got no choice but to game over. That's all you can do. So he did it as quickly as he can, but easily a minute probably he lost there.
Yeah.
We did see, as you mentioned, Pot Dot make quick work of Toadman stage. A lot of that maintaining your slides through Bright. Do see that little trick. RF just went by it, but with the mini bosses, you can flash them before they come down, and their hitboxes are there, but it doesn't stop you from moving through them. So you just take a damage boost and then slide right through, much faster than fighting the whole thing.
So Pot Dot is gonna move his way to the Cossack stage, I think though.
Correct.
That would be correct.
Through the 8 robos, and in pretty good time. I mean, we saw some some small mistakes here and there. He had that death and dive, but he is making some quick work. It was a very low 1908 it looks like to me. So
And Ref is out of the
and
rolos as well.
And looking Toad is facing the evil Gary the Snail.
yeah, and hopefully you don't even see Gary. There we go. So
and there we go. Waiter's out
if
as well.
it's Gary, then go back to SpongeBob.
Yeah. Pot dot into the first Cossack stage. So we're gonna have 4 Cossack stages until we fight Dr. Cossack, who's interestingly the final boss of this one. Dr. Wily's given up after 3 defeats, and it's just Dr. Cossack now.
Or is he?
Shout out to Manix in chat. They're saying Mega Man 6 is in the lead.
yeah.
Too early. It's fine.
Pot dot's doing great. I mean, as we mentioned, he's a fantastic runner, lots of Mega Man experience, and so, you know, as we just saw there, having to take
Although he's
a
having
little
a little
reset,
trouble
safe.
getting across, though, but just has to be kind of careful, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
and now figuring out what to do without Balloon.
Ooh.
A lot of
He's in the wrong
improvising.
direction.
Man, I'm really impressed by his ability to just kind of go on the fly and figure it out. He's
slightly surprised
great.
with the choice of Jet on this climb right here. I guess he's saving himself a menu doing that, but Coil seems like the safer option balloonless. But
yeah, then he's got the Jet right there.
None of them unwanted screen transitions from him.
Yeah, very well done. Oh, he even got the back D boost through the little stomper, so he's headed into Mothraia, where now you are basically just fighting the hitbox.
The impossible hitbox.
Yeah.
Alright, Toad is on Cossack stage 1.
Missed the last hit.
Yeah, we see
RF is through his climb as well.
RF is quietly just chugging along. He's doing really well here.
Yeah, Waiter not far behind either. I mean, this is very tight. Curious to see how our other runners are doing right now. Hopefully well.
Yeah, we saw Waiter there, really smart. He tried to get the back D boost so he could get to the ladder and accidentally grabbed the wrong ladder. So he did a good job to stay calm, take another D boost, and then make sure that he got up. Ooh, RF's in health issues here. Okay, he's good.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Oh, he's getting a sigh of relief.
Nice.
And Rats, as you mentioned earlier, Pot Dot, again, without Balloon, gonna, I'm sure, just jet across this in Cossack 2.
I don't know why I'm doing
Not,
this way.
not a bad strategy in general, but that's really the only option he's got, so he's just taking a cruise.
Way to do this.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Sorry, hopefully
damaged-
RNG is on his side here.
Maximum danger.
Yeah, as he damage boosts through those spikes, though, you know.
Just go. Just grab the ladder.
Yeah, he's doing everything right. This screen, I've been in this position before with Jet. Oh man, it's
Got the
really
unwanted
awkward.
screen transition.
Oh,
It's really awkward trying to get through there. And again, he's kind of improvising this with no balloons. It's really impressive how well he's doing. There we go.
Sure.
Alright, now I got it.
We do see on RF and Waiter screens the balloon strats for getting across this big long spike room in Cossack 2. It's a really fun strat, but also dangerous. Any sort of kind of mistakes in movement or missing the damage boost, and it's a death. So it's scary. Oh, and yeah, Toad had to do a little improv there as well.
All right. It looks like we're about to start seeing some square machines happening here. Let's all hope for some nice low numbers from this dude.
All right.
Yeah, put your guesses in chat.
3, please.
A 1, 2, or a 3 pattern for this first one. I'm saying a 2.
It is a
It is a 2. All right.
2. Okay, there's 1.
All right, so
Nice.
That was a 1.
for anybody that's not
Sure. Just
aware,
Here's Waiter.
you can get a
maximum misses.
1 pass, 2 pass, or 3 passes. 1 is going to be the fastest for sure. The most common is a 3-2 or a 2-3. I think somebody was doing the math and said that was about a 65% chance of one of those 2 patterns.
Didn't hit.
And that was a 2-2, wasn't it? So that was a little bit better than average. Oh, but wasn't able to
Alright.
cycle it.
Gonna have to take a 3-cycle.
Oh.
There's actually this great clip that Toad has fighting Square Machine where he got a 1-1-1,
Again.
which I think is like a 1 in 1,000 chance of
man.
that happening.
Yeah, they're all there. That having to go to the 3-cycle gave everybody a chance. Oh, and Waiter take a death.
Oh no,
See
Waiter.
it, hand in face.
Oh.
Oh man, so Pot is getting out of there first. I think RF had to go for a 3-cycle as well. And Toad, I didn't see what he got for the first one, but yeah, we also see hands going up there. Square Machine is not being friendly to anyone. This
No.
just-
No, I think RF got some pretty bad luck there. But ready to go on, we're gonna start seeing validation sequences happen, and there is Pop Dots.
Hashtag valid
shoot.
run. Oh!
Why did that go right away? I never.
At least it
go
was
right
Oh.
a small loss, at
Never go
least.
right
Like,
That's about the quickest possible death you can get here. This is an auto scroller, and so, man, any deaths later on are just painful as you have to sit there and watch again. But that was about the
never
quickest
do
one
that.
you could possibly have.
It's probably the only Mega Man game where you have an auto scroll.
Yeah, it's not very common.
It's actually kind of rare though.
In 1 through 6 for sure.
I think right away I think about the bike sequence in 5, and I think there might be one in 6. Chat, help me.
Yeah, and then I also think about snowboarding in 8. But
Oh yes, jump, slide, slide.
but yeah, Wave Man in 5, Cossack 3. I think in the NES Megas, those are the only ones though.
Oh yeah, technically the Mega Man 2 Dragon does have an auto scroller.
Cab.
Yeah.
Early every
True.
time.
All right, so there's little things you can do in that screen that Pot Dot's in, just getting through that as quick as possible, and then getting the auto scroller started again in the second half.
Stop jumping.
Little things you can do to get it going as fast as possible, but it's mostly a good bit of chilling and being really careful on your jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then mitigating as much lag as you can is another big deal in this stage. And we'll probably see some differential here in what runners are trying to pick up as far as ammo refills, because once you get to the second half of this game, you are stuck with what ammo you have, unless if you take a game over.
Yeah, that's a very good point. No automatic refills through all of Cossack, or spoilers, Wily stages.
What?
So you're gonna have to be careful. Looks like I think all of them did get their ring refills, and that should be all you need as long as nothing's gone terribly wrong. And Pot Dot going into the cockroaches.
Death.
This is actually a little bit of a tough fight to maximize your time save. You gotta just make sure that you're hitting them with those full charges and using the Pharaoh shot above you as well as below you, and get that hit onto the second cockroach like we just saw from Pot Dot.
I think this fight's actually kind of deceptively scary too, because like conserving that ammo for later on in the game, running out of a shot in the capsule fight is not a rare occurrence.
Yeah. And of course, if you do make a mistake and you fall off those platforms, those spikes below you are instant kills. And one really mean thing about this game, as we saw with Waiter earlier, if you die on one of the bosses here, it's going to restart you at the mid-level checkpoint. There's no checkpoint right before the boss. So it's a huge time loss if there's any deaths. And the
Great point
cockroach
indeed.
points are
Yeah.
easy to do. All right, so all three of those guys made it through. Waiter's getting there right now. And Pot Dot's on to our last Cossack stage. We're going to tee off with Dr. Cossack at the end here and his giant claw grabber machine.
Mm-hmm. As he likes to play the crane game with you guys.
That he does. I forgot who it was yesterday. I cannot remember which runner, but who took the top route in Cossack 4.
Yeah, I think that was Charlie Boy, if I remember correctly. It was,
I forgot it was even there. I was like, what game is this for a quick second when I looked at that.
I know, yeah. I've had that same thought. Anytime I see that top route, I forget it exists. It is kind of tight, either going balloon or coil. We see Toad right there using the balloon to get up, and then you have to use drill to bust out the barrier so you can go the bottom route. But that is the little bit quicker and easier route. And now we're into Cossack.
Cossack.
So what we're going to see a lot of here too is runners going to be sliding in the corner here because Cossack can be manipulated into not shooting through that, and he kind of stays still while you're sliding, which is helpful. And then Pop Dot also getting that left side last shot to speed up the plot that is coming from your. My Japanese reading isn't this quick, so I'm not really sure what's going on.
I don't either, but we'll find out with one of those guys with the American reading.
Yeah, so the quick subtext, and we just saw the spoiler reveal. Proto Man comes down, releases Kalinka Cossack, and we find out that Dr. Cossack wasn't evil all along. He was being blackmailed by Dr. Wily. And so Dr. Wily's famous words, "You betrayed me, Proto Man. I'm going to break you, Mega Man," and takes off in his UFO.
Yeah.
Right.
So now we're into the Wily stages.
So it shifts from like Dr. Cossack to Dr. Wily.
I know. Who could have thought it was Dr. Wily all along?
And you would think the game would be over after you beat Dr. Cossack, though, but then you're like, oh man, not again?
I know. We did see, I didn't have a chance to mention it, but RF is playing the English version, and we saw Pot Dot playing Japanese. There is a little bit of difference in Dr. Cossack's AI. In the US version, he just kind of sits there for a couple seconds. So
Yeah,
he doesn't move at all.
You can get 2 full charge shots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. However long that takes is how long he sits there. And then for both of them, he doesn't do anything anytime you're sliding. So that's why you see the runners just kind of slide against the wall, try and stay in the slide animation as much as possible to just kind of freeze them in place so that they can then just charge up and get their shots in.
Now, what you see on Pot Dot's screen, though, like a few seconds ago, was these disappearing blocks. I heard it was mentioned yesterday, though, but I forget what those are called, though.
Yoku blocks.
Yoku blocks. Okay, there we go.
Or as Toad likes to say, I think it's Kazu.
Kaizo blocks.
Cause you get killed. Something like that.
Oh, yeah. We love those blocks, though, you know.
Yeah. Or if you're a Mario fan, Kaizo blocks is not far off.
Yeah.
And we're doing a good job with Met Daddy right now.
Yeah,
one of the hardest bosses to deal with casually, but no problem for him.
No problem at all.
Yeah, Met Daddy can cause like mini earthquakes that can get you stunned, though. So you do have to be kind of careful. Time your jumps right, though.
Get both big refills with ring, and then
So it's Kozu blocks.
a bunch of extra dust.
Is what he likes to call them. Yeah, Yoku blocks
Yeah.
are the real name.
More than just the.
Yeah, we see, man, again, so much contact damage with the bosses with Big Met Daddy. If he lands right on you, it does a bunch of damage, but of course, Toad's a pro. No issues there.
Thank you.
And Pot Dot's still going real strong. He's up into our taco trash level. I think this is a really fun level. A lot of rush jet, lots of friendly dog strats. It's a good time.
Nice. Back
And I am just jumping around. I think Rift is not far behind. Looks like from what I'm picking up, he's probably about a minute behind Pot Dot. So
Not at all.
we can only show 4 people on here, but we do have 6 racers. And shoot, I had Chrissy's stream up, but I'm not able to pull it up right now. But we do have Rift and Kaiser Krister that are also competing. We just can't see him right now. All right.
What? Okay. Get around the corner, please.
Yeah, this got that.
Right.
Try and do those corner jumps. You gotta either have Rift cooperating with Rush cooperating with you, or do some tight jumps. He's going for the single block slides, which is
no surprise.
Alright, our
scared
health is
me,
really
but
low.
yeah,
We're gonna do the
going
drill
all
fight.
out.
Speaking of which,
he just
is
said he's gonna
Rift
take the
even
drill here.
stream? Can we bring Rift on the stream or something?
Cool. So I think Pop Dot was not intending on using the drill there, but is doing this to mitigate some low health issues. Just because it makes this fight so much safer. I think I heard him say something about that.
Yeah. So it's a really interesting boss fight. We saw him use the Rain Flesh Toadman's weapon as he come in. That just cancels the refill, and as you may have noticed, the health refills are really long in this game. So that saves a little bit of time.
Alright,
It's
two
worth
ring
it for the extra
refills.
menu. And then the drill can just destroy the hitbox. And so you can just stand right in there and take hits. It's a little slower because you do have some extra menus, but it's a whole lot safer. And I was watching Pot Dot do a little no reset right before this, and he wasn't planning on using the drill, but he did take a death there when he was practicing. And so he might have just said, you know what, for safety's sake, let's just make sure this one goes well, and then can kind of go all out next time.
Just taking the drill there too. I'm not sure what we'll see from Toad and Wader when it comes to that fight. Because Wader's entering it now. We'll see.
Yep.
I know that menu costs you just like a second or two, but at some of them higher times, it's really worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really just the menu. But
Alright, before the explosion.
I know
Ooh,
I personally.
here we go.
Oh yeah,
Here.
Wader's not taking any safety, and he's good on hell. Well, it's a little scary now. He's gonna be safe.
Yeah, Pot Dot is in the refights of Pharaoh Man
nice work,
first.
Wader.
Wader clutching it out.
Yeah.
You can see it from him right now.
Yeah, I'm sure his heart is beating. Yeah, that was scary.
I know, he's getting another sigh of relief.
Yeah, Pot Dot going into Skull. We saw him pick up. You're gonna have to get some ammo refills, and so you do have to really make sure that you're paying attention to what you need. But he kind of played that perfectly, using Dust for taking out Pharaoh Man. I don't think we discussed this earlier, but Pharaoh Man is technically, his weakness is Bright's weapon, but that's actually really slow because you just flash him and then shoot him with single hits. So Dust is a soft weakness; it does 2 damage, so that's actually a little bit quicker way to take him out, or use Buster.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting just the use of Flash Stopper in this game alone, because it helps you immensely during the 8 robot section, and you just stop using it once you get into the second half of the game completely.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that as far as refights go, Mega Man 4 might be one of the most interesting games for them, just because of how often you're using alternate weapons within it to speed things up.
Mm-hmm. And as we just saw with the Bright fight as well, using Skull, because he just got out of Dive Man, to get those hits in to get you at the right damage value, so then you can switch to the Rain Flush and just fire it away without worrying about getting flashed.
And then likewise, you save 1 Rain Flush at that point, so that when you get into a drill fight, you shoot it off right away to save yourself time after he gets out from his first dive.
Yeah. Yeah, we said that those dives are not what you want to see. You're always going to start with 1, so it's awesome getting that hit in. And it looked like Pot Dot got a really good RNG through his drill refight. So really, he's just got Dust to worry about as far as RNG that can kind of screw everything up.
Yeah.
From like a ring or something.
And let's see, Toad's getting some dives.
Especially if he tries to run me over.
Pot Dot's on this ring refight, which can be pretty tricky as well, but he handles it no problem. He's just cruising.
Yeah.
It is crazy how close these 4 are right now, and all doing amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get a suck right away from Dust, but Pot Dot knows he's got the health, no issues. He's gonna keep going. He's just cruising.
Now he's in the Wily fights.
Alright, I have an E-Tank.
Yeah, so like a lot of the games, we're gonna have kind of multi-stages here. We've got this Wily machine. There'll be a second phase to it, and then we're gonna have a real short little, basically just a hallway, but an extra stage before the Wily Capsule. So not a whole lot of game left.
Now the Wily Castle of the other Mega Man games is actually pretty hard though.
Yeah, you know, in a lot of the games, Wily Capsule can be pretty notorious for
Especially
being an
Mega
RNG
Man 9 though. I think the Wily Capsule appears in Mega Man 9 and it's like brutally hard.
Yeah, 9 is a bad one for RNG for sure. 4, you got a lot of RNG, but it's not too terrible. But it's really just a matter of if he's going to be nice and let you get double hits in, or if you're going to have to settle for single hits. Probably a difference of, I think it's probably about 10 to 12 seconds, depending on if he gives you some good RNG or not. So for a race like this, it's probably not going to determine it, but can certainly make a difference for PBs.
Going for the capsule fight just about now. It's the last little bit of RNG in the game. Hopefully you get some good spawns and doubles. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, here's the focus.
All right, we're now on Pot Dot.
All right, no double there, but he gets the hit.
Okay.
Just a
by a second
little
there.
bit late. Oh, man.
Okay.
Now he's got to be
Go
careful
back.
about health too. Yeah, he's
He's
probably
gonna use his buffer.
gonna use
Yeah.
the pause. That's smart. Just make sure you get it in. There we go.
There we go. It's
Nice.
like maybe a
40.
40-41.
Yeah, and
Got him.
excellent times. There's
Let's get some GGs in chat for Pop Dot. There we go.
finisher here. Yeah, great run there. I think that's
41 JRT.
not far, about 30 seconds or so behind his PB, I believe.
So
now Toad here finishing up.
Looking Toad's finishing up. Yep.
He's gonna have to be careful with ammo as well.
Yeah, he might have to use the pause buffer. Unfortunately, the only other way that you can hit this capsule is with ring, and that does 1 damage, so...
There we go. Nice. Finishes it off. 41-22.
GG.
It didn't save.
Got him.
GG's as well.
I don't
Everyone's going to be finishing up real close together
I don't
here.
understand
This
why it
is
doesn't
a
save.
great
I
start.
added the comparison.
Uh-huh.
Looks
Oh,
like
Pop
something
Dot.
happened to Pop Dot splits on the way, too.
Fighting with live split.
Jeez, what's his time?
All right, so Frame is just finishing up though, and he's almost
Cool.
there though.
Yeah, we didn't
Oh, I am literally
quite catch Rift finishing up, but
Oh,
looks like
man,
he
RF
did get done there.
Has
He's got it
a
paused at
max amount of
42-25.
ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick BRB, and then I'm gonna come back and do some. more
Rift
stuff.
misses a shot, but Rift is in really good shape for ammo. I don't know if he got an extra refill at some point or if he was just really careful on the
He might have
cockpit.
taken the safety in C4,
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
which is not a bad idea in a setting
Man,
like
he's
this.
not getting real friendly spawns, but missed the double there. That's tough. But he just needs one more hit.
Oh,
He's getting trolled.
there we
There.
go.
Very
GG,
nice.
RF.
Oh man, and I think so. I think Wader was able to edge him
Wader
out.
just beat out Frame.
Yeah, just by a hair. Oh, and there's we got Chrissy on the stream here now. He's going into, is this Wily 2 then? Taco Trash? We'll
Yeah,
see.
looks like it.
I think so.
For everybody watching there, when you see new streamers come in as we adjust them, there'll probably be about 30 seconds or so of them just kind of frozen as the stream catches up, and we make sure there's no buffering. So we get a nice little freeze frame of what is, in my opinion, one of the coolest Wily Castles. I always really liked this one.
Yeah.
Great architecture. Oh, it looks like Rift is starting a new run pretty much immediately here. Got a 42-25, it seems, on the first time around.
Oh, he didn't reset his splits though. And yeah,
There we go.
Rift and Frame are both getting started right away. I know I heard Toad mention he was gonna take a real quick break. Looks like Wader's doing the same. They've got as that timer goes down, we got 2 hours and 16 minutes to get the best time you can in. And when it gets down to 0, they will have a chance to either reset the run they're on and start a new one right then, or keep going past that time. So don't have to time it to get done inside the 3-hour time limit. You can go just a little past that with one more run. Yeah, Chrissy's moving along well here through Wily 2. Our friendly
It gets
little-
kind of interesting once we get to the point of resets too, because we'll start seeing some more personality out of the runners, whether or not they feel like their run is working in a way that they want to proceed or not. Glad to see everybody getting their first times in though.
Yeah, and some good times, but also times that I think they're gonna be improving on. I think we're gonna see a good bit more improvement as we go through these last 2.5 hours or so. And so if you watch the standings in the middle there, those are getting updated as they go in. So we can see Pot Dots puts him at 6th between the now 3 heats that are going on. Looking Toad, Frame, Rift, Waiter, all right next to each other there. So it'll be exciting to watch these as it goes on, see what shakeups happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Rift is coming into
Do a
his
split
right
as
by-
well.
I see Chrissy electing to go for the drill bomb to destroy the hitbox on Taco Trash also. Just jump in there and get those hits. Just cruising right along.
Mm-hmm.
I see in chat there the Grasshopper room seems so slow. It's rough because besides just a ton of lag from the Grasshoppers, there's also RNG on how they jump. So the Grasshopper rooms are pretty painful.
Yeah,
just
I gotta
kinda-
have enough patience though too.
We just saw that with Waiter. He kind of got jumped and I don't know, kind of got zipped through the Grasshopper. There's some weird stuff with their hitboxes as they move around and you're trying to move on them and it's lagging. It's pretty awkward for sure.
And we saw that just about an hour ago with Looking Toad too. Yeah.
Yeah, using the balloons to avoid Grasshoppers is great, but it's also very difficult.
Sure is.
Rift going, there you go, makes the balloon jump. That jump is scary, and as we saw
It
from
is.
Spot Dot, it's very easy to miss it. It's not the end of the world, but
No.
it's gonna make you kind of reassess things. And so at this point, I would assume if anybody does miss that, they're just gonna reset.
Yeah. That's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still pretty amazed by Pot Dot's ability to improvise so many strats on the fly and know the backups and pull off that great run even without balloon. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
Watching Chrissy's refights here, I think he got one dive, but then had a pretty good drill fight. He's taken a slightly different order than you see a lot of folks doing drill and then going to bright. But the order, as we mentioned before, doesn't matter too much aside from just kind of trying to maximize the efficiency of your menus.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about him. Yeah, I think he's going to get flashed here because just going with the weakness.
Yeah, he's likely to get flashed again. There it is.
Yeah, Brightman is similar to Flashman in Mega Man 2.
Yeah, I don't know Mega Man 2 enough to say for sure, but I think with Flashman it's a timing thing. You're trying to kill him just in a certain amount of time before he flashes. With Brightman, it's all dependent on his health values. So you just gotta keep him off of those health values.
Yeah, but I think Mega Man 2 is like by far, in my opinion, my favorite Mega Man game. You know, I think it's the best Mega Man game out there.
Bold opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Skullman is kind of similar to Woodman in Mega Man 2, only his but Woodman's does in Mega Man 2.
Yeah, the shield type weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Chrissy's down to 1 HP against dive. Oh, he's got a bunch of E-tanks there. Take a quick...
Well, thank goodness for the E-tanks.
Yeah. Got a juice box, take a quick break, refill. No problems. All good there. Speed Gaming 3 coming in with a raid. Hello, everybody that's coming in from Speed Gaming 3.
What's up, Speed Gaming 3 people? Who just finished up on Portal 2.
See, now as Creed said, you opened Pandora's box. Now we're gonna have to have chat debate the best Mega Man.
Oh boy.
And remind everybody we're watching Mega Man 4, so just go with the safe opinion. Just say it's Mega Man 4. Just
The correct opinion.
the correct
Right.
opinion. Too. I think most folks tend to find the one that you played a lot as a kid tends to be where your opinion falls. I know for me that was Mega Man 4, and so that's where I kind of fall in. The one I played as a kid is the one that has my heart. So yeah, Costin, they've got 2 hours and 9 minutes to get the best time they can put up. Once we get down to zeros, they'll have a chance to start one more run and then complete that one. So they do actually have a little bit more time than that. And that'll determine the qualifiers for the Cossack Cup. That will be kind of a regular single elimination bracketed tournament.
Yep, which is coming up on June 12th, I believe.
And this is our third heat of the tournament. We've got another one later tonight. I think tomorrow is an open day, but then Friday a couple more heats, Saturday a couple more, and then I think one more Sunday morning. So we've got
Sunday nice and early, gonna wrap that up.
9 total heats, around 5 or 6 people in all of them. We got a really good turnout. So the standings in the middle are just going to keep filling up as the week goes on. I think it's going to be really fun to watch all of that.
Sure will.
Frame with a nice ring kill. Rift just did the same.
Got Chrissy on his machine fight right now. Just about to finish that up.
Wily 2.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
It is awkward, and we kind of saw that happen to Chrissy. You've got to detonate the drill bombs before they hit the machine. So if they hit them and you haven't detonated it, it'll just dink off. And then, of course, if you detonate it too far away, then you're not going to hit them. And so it ends up being kind of awkward, making sure that you maximize your hits there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Frame and Rift both use Bright through the beginning parts of Dust here. That lag room is just a pain. There's
I know.
I don't think there's any way to make it not a pain. Rift or Frame doing really well, getting that jump underneath the little helicopter dude.
The way to make the lag room not a pain is to play the Legacy Collection with the Turbo CPU.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's check out Chrissy's Wily Capsule fight.
Let's get some doubles.
Yeah.
All right, not a bad spawn. Is actually lucky not to take any damage there either. 2 hits in the first 2. That's a tough one. Oh, there's a double. Oh, nice!
And nice, he's down.
Oh,
GG.
nice.
If you have the charge ready. Very good finish to it.
All right.
Also, this guy's
GG's
time
in
on
the
court.
chat.
And once that time's been established, now it's just grinding for the best you can do. Oh, and we come back in just to see Rift getting sucks from Dust, and unfortunately didn't have enough health to... Oh, man. Dust
That's
just
the
being
worst.
jerk.
That's the worst, walking into that fight low on health and getting, 3-4 sucks from him.
And then we see it happening to resisting frame also, man.
Oh
That's
boy.
why you gotta be a jerk, man.
Oh boy.
But they both made it out. Of course, losing a little time to things outside of their control is never fun, but they handled it well.
Mm-hmm.
Hot Dot's back in there. Oh man, he's on really nice pace. Yeah, just getting the kill there before 7:10. He's got a good pace started. Let's see if it can keep going.
It's actually showed up from the last run for just a second there. Here goes RF with the skull zip. One of the coolest tricks in this game.
Yeah, no, Coops, you said you love Mega Man 2. You gotta love all the zips that you get in Mega Man 2, but that's the only one we get here. I guess besides maybe the Crusher zip. Some people pull the Crusher zip in dust, but...
Yeah, so I guess Capcom learned by the time this game came out that people were putting Mega Man in walls and flying through stuff, and they weren't so happy about that. So I guess they edited out that if you get stuck in a state like that, you're just going to die. So damaging Mega Man is the only way to make him zip through anything, which is seen both in the Skull Zip and the Crusher Zip in Dust if you're brave enough to do that.
Yeah, it ends up being... That Skull Zip, we've got a nice setup worked out, so it's not too scary, but it's certainly still possible. Oh man, and then Rift, again, just sliding off the edge. It's so easy to do.
Yeah, that jump is
and frame
I've done it too.
I don't know if Brass Wolf is around, but he's called that transition to the red sky the otter room, because I do that every single time. And then so it makes me feel a little bit better that other folks do it as well. It's a deceptively hard jump right there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have Toad back on our stream, and I think that's about it though. And of course, Pot Dot.
Toad's in for he needs a perfect ring fight right now. He has 2 health going in.
Oh yeah, he's not looking too good, but we have a lot of faith in him, you know.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Nails it.
Pro gamer move.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Ringman's weird to me because it's like the fight's totally scripted, so it's the same every single time. But I also find it to be one of the most difficult fights in this game.
Yeah,
it's pretty tricky. Yeah.
It's just so tight with all the movement.
Yeah, but you can also say that he is predictable with the fight, though. You know.
Yeah, he's always gonna start the same way, and then is going to be determined by your actions. Very similar to Skullman.
Like
the
your
problem
reaction.
is, if you're gonna do that fight optimally, you need to hit him with that charge shot above your head, and as we've said a few times now, 8 contact damage, and for Ringman it's 4 damage from the rings that he shoots out. Oftentimes anything is a one-hit death, so it's scary.
So we're seeing Toad do the strats in the lag room right here.
Top 10 out of 10.
Assuming that that's faster because you're taking out those ladybugs quick and mitigating some lag.
Yeah, I think, and it also depends on that first room, so you can use Bright or Pharaoh, but Pharaoh is just a bit faster. I don't know, I wouldn't even want to say a number on what the difference is, but it's not a big difference. It's just a slight difference for Pharaoh. And there's that fast crusher again. It's scary every time. But...
Oh. Man, that is scary, though. And then again, Toad barely avoids it again.
Yeah, Creed talking about the refight skip. That is another zip that is theoretically possible, but I don't think anyone's ever done that RTA. I know it involves a significant number of frame perfect inputs, and yeah, I don't know that that's ever gonna really become a possibility. But then again, never say never.
All right,
Oh.
Toad finishes on Dustman stage, and now getting ready to go on to Skullman stage.
Yeah, Pot Dot and Toad both have some nice paces going.
Looks like Toad is at like a better pace than last time.
Yeah, I think of course Pot Dot, as we mentioned, didn't get his split saved, so it's harder to compare. But he was on really good pace until he had that death and dive last time. So this will be kind of a point where he can get ahead of his last run, and Toad certainly is as well. Because well, I guess it wasn't until Drill that he had that mini
Yeah.
mistake. So, but he's even ahead of where he was, so that's a good sign for him.
Speaking of Drill, it looks like Rift is entering there right now, and just taking a quick look at the splits, there's a lot of time saving going on. See some golds. Hopefully this run will be an improvement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rift is another one. Since he wasn't on the screen a whole lot for that first run, we didn't talk about him too much, but he's also a very experienced runner. Run a whole lot of games, including a lot of Classic Mega. He was grinding Mega Man 3 for quite a while there, and has a good time there. And in 3, is fairly new to 4, but his time has just been going down so fast. He's a very quick learner and has great execution.
Agreed. He also might be the most talented lyricist in all of Classic Mega.
The brown chicken, brown cow himself.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Riff's a fantastic person, really fun to watch, and always just has a good time. Oh man, and I didn't catch what happened to Toad, but I see him resetting.
29.
I don't know, but honestly, I think he didn't look too satisfied with what was going on in his run though, so he's resetting.
Yeah, I don't know whether he took a death or it just was not quick enough. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Now again, you do have the option to reset though, just as long as you can get a better time though. But also you do have a chance to like exit out early and just always remember. And if you feel like that's good, you're good enough with your time though, you exit out early.
Oh, chat letting us know. That's what it was. He had
another
menu mistake. Yeah, went to dive after or before Skull.
Oh. Okay.
And Rift having a nice drill fight. I saw a little bit of drunk dive missile, but it found its home. And looking at his pace, he's ahead, but not by a ton. Looks like just a hair behind his previous time.
I think I think Toad is also having a kind of a tough time on he says he BRB, so
Yeah.
Well, he was also kind of struggling on Pharaoh Man stage because he wanted to get the best like RNG on these like scorpion
Mhm.
scorpions out of the sand, the quicksand though. So yeah, and then he's taking a break though.
Yeah, Toad's very, very high level runner. He's not very likely to take something that's just good enough. He's going to want a really good run.
Yeah.
And then additionally, with all these runners having nice runs to start everything out, it puts even more pressure on to try to improve it.
Mm-hmm.
And
point.
Sure.
at the same time, you have a good time now, so do what you can.
For
But we
sure.
got Chrissy coming back in here.
Puts up a nice ring fight. He handled that really well. And yeah, he's got a great time coming out of ring. It's nice that Rift is up to Toad. If you can make it out of the 8 robos, that's a victory, in my opinion. Any runs that can get going.
Mm-hmm.
Mistake there. Just gonna go around and do it again. No problem.
Oh, Chrissy going for Bright to take down these mini bosses. That's not a bad idea for the point of saving health. Oh, and it gets a health drop too. As we've said many times, that ring fight is scary. It does a lot of damage if you can save health for it.
Not only save health, but save some Pharaoh ammo too.
Yeah, good point.
More prep to get to that boss. And Rift is exiting 8 Robos. We'll see if he decides to move on or not here. Just up by a couple seconds.
Frame trapped that ladybug. You know those blocks that was creating blocks though?
In the lag room for resisting frame?
Yeah.
Looking at?
Kind of funny though.
Yeah, it's man, that room is just always tough just because you're trying to keep moving, but with the game lagging all around you, it's so hard to make sure you don't make any mistakes and
Oh yeah.
just walk into spikes or anything like that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And Potnut, man, at 18 minutes going through Toad stage, he's got himself on a very nice pace. The Toadman fight is always pretty funny because he does basically nothing if you're hitting him with the drill bombs. And so he's going to be coming out of 8 Robos with an excellent time. Should be sub 19.
So Rift is now on Cossack 1.
Yeah, and as we saw before, this is kind of a tough stage with lots of little things that can go wrong, lots of little optimizations, and that's what Rift is running into, trying to keep your movement with these Skull Joes disappearing. You got ice physics going on, which is always tough to manage.
And those like things jumping to interfere with you jumping onto another platform and such.
Yeah.
C1 is so rough. Any kind of mistake is just so costly too. Not only in the bone jaw room, which usually leads to death, but on this climb here, you can get those bad screen transitions shooting you right back down, and costing a lot of balloon ammo, which you're going to need in C2.
Yeah, Rift played that really well to make sure that he took the damage boost from the second little ladder garter guy so that he could get up there.
And Rift is against bots.
Looks like we have.
Oh, go ahead, Rhett.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it looks like we have some chat division coming up again, and the question is, which Mega Man do you think has the worst boss weapons of 1 through 6? I'm just gonna throw my vote out for 5 real quick and walk away. I don't think you're gonna. The game that has Power Stone in it, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think. Well, here's my question to the chat though. What's also the worst Mega Man weapon to use though? Mine would have to say Top Man from Mega Man 3.
Oh, hard.
Still sticking with Power Stone on that.
Yeah, I think Power Stone's a pretty good one. I like Top Man. Top Spin's a fun weapon.
Well, not
I
really.
think I'm seeing the vote for Mega Man 1 for worst overall weapons. I think that's a pretty strong argument. I think you can make an argument for 5.
Yeah, well, the most powerful weapon in Mega Man 1 is the pause button. So
that's true.
You control the game.
Yeah, the best weapon isn't even a boss weapon. Magnet Beam.
Yeah, Magnet Beam. That's in Mega Man 3.
No, in Mega Man 1.
Oh, Mega Man 1, yeah. I get it.
Well, it seems like people are saying the bombs from Mega Man 1 are actually the worst weapon. Maybe I've been wronged. I always remember really hating Power Stone.
Bomb Man's weapon? Yeah.
Power Stone is pretty difficult to use in any productive way. That's true, but
it's for sure.
Yeah, any 5 runners out there, I challenge you to do a Power Stone only run of that game.
And Rift getting the 3 from Square Machine.
Yep.
But if he can 2-cycle it, then no big issue.
Doesn't look like he's going to get that to happen. And another 3.
Oh boy.
We'll see if this one continues.
Yeah, that's a mean square machine.
Whenever you face that square machine robot boss, though, it's like you got to count in your head how many times he moved, though, you know.
Yeah, so he's getting 3-3-2 pattern.
Yeah.
Nothing friendly about it.
It could have been worse, is all I can say.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Potdot having to do a little bit of creative stuff here, but he's made it across. He's going to have low health for the square machine fight unless he gets a friendly drop or anything here.
From RNG, yeah.
So, no damage boost happening. He's going to just have to play carefully and make it out clean.
Yeah.
Milagio telling us we just don't know how to use Power Stone, and that's very possible.
I do not know how to use Power Stone.
Mega Man 5's, well, up there for the one I've probably played the least of the classic Megas, so I don't want to give any too strong opinions there.
Oh man, Frame took a death on Dive Man.
Yeah, I saw that, and Potdot has had the low health we were mentioning, so he just
used
an
E-Tank.
Which is good because he actually had a body hit on a square machine, which can be really costly. Would have ended that fight for him.
Yeah, now is able to not have to worry about that, but is still gonna take a 3 cycle. Was 1 hit away, and
so
we mentioned it with Mothraia, but you see the same kind of thing happen with square machines, some kind of hitbox wonkiness. And it's not actually on the bosses, it's on the weapons. So since we're discussing the weapons and how they work and everything, the ring shot and I think dust as well both have a really, really small hitbox compared to what you're actually seeing. And so sometimes on square machine there, you'll see a dust shot just kind of fly what it seems like straight through it. But if you're off by just 1 pixel, it can be enough to miss that shot. It's frustrating.
Yeah, did anyone see the time from Riff's like he just finished his 2nd run? Did he beat his previous?
I don't think he ended up finishing that
after.
one. I believe, I think he reset it. I don't know if it was directly after Square Machine or if he just looked at the time.
No, I think he he just beat the game though, but I don't know if he beat his time though.
No, he did not finish that run.
Okay.
Yeah.
So looks like we got Wader dropping in on a very hot run. I see a bunch of rainbow action going on there. Hopefully we'll get a good improvement coming. Why did I say anything?
Oh.
I just cursed you. It's my fault.
Curse. Oh, and yeah.
XR, I do feel bad.
Oh, he did it again.
Potdot still going strong though. He's cruising through Cossack 3.
I wonder if he's making better pace compared to his previous time.
Yeah, I believe so. He's on some nice pace right now. Don't have a direct comparison, but. Oh, Mythical's got a good point there. It does appear that the main timer in the middle has paused. Personally, I'm not going to complain. I'll take as much Mega Man 4 as I can get, but...
Someone in the chat says, what's the world record for Mega Man 4?
37-17.
There you are.
Yeah.
37-17. Wow. So our current leader, Riley, though, is behind the world record holder.
Yeah, and so a 37 in a format like this would be a nuts time. Certainly not impossible. I mean, I've seen Toad put up 37s plenty of times, so he could pull it off. We could see some 37s in these qualifiers, but that would be a pretty nuts time. I think
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, a low 38 that we've got there from Riley is going to be tough to beat. For anybody.
Wow, yeah, I agree with you, Adversity, because that is ridiculous.
And it's also worth pointing out with that world record, the holder of that Chelney is not in the tournament. So
yeah, unfortunately not.
So we've got a chance to, for somebody to claim the new king of Mega Man 4.
Well, we have like a lot of people that could be the new king of Mega Man 4.
Yeah, a lot of great runners. And
people have been knocking on the door lately.
Yeah, I mean, Toad, as we've mentioned, is a fantastic runner, but Ohan and Beko have both been putting up just nuts times in the past week or two. This tournament's brought in a lot of hype. We got a lot of people playing this game and lots of good times going up, so it's exciting.
Getting a slightly lucky damage boost there, hitting the spikes and not taking a death.
Okay.
It looks like Wader's still on good pace despite that death in skull too, so nice.
Yeah, I know. On the one hand, I'm a little surprised that he didn't reset, but we also know he can improve on that first run, and as we were saying before, he's been doing so much room grinding and stuff. I think he's got time save all throughout the game. And he is still green, so can't complain with that.
Got popped up fighting Cossack Catcher. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I see that boss, I just imagine that the little claws are his legs dangling underneath.
It's kind of like with Wily and his little capsule. The little levers, I always think look like his toes popping up. Somebody said that one time, and now I can't get over it. Looks like he's doing the splits. Yeah, Pot Dot's, he's cruising. Under 30 minutes going into the Wily stages. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still on pace to potentially go for a 38 here. I don't know exactly, again, since we don't have the comparison, exactly what his splits look like, but with as talented as he is, that seems possible to me. And RF's made it into Cossack, so again, if you can get out of the robos, you're halfway there. It's a good start. So I see in chat Jade asking about who's in the lead. Since the format we're doing this in is they're now at the point where they can reset all they want. There's not really a lead. If you keep an eye on the standings, we'll get those updated as people finish, and that's really what you want to pay attention to, because throughout the week we're going to be doing these heats, and the top 32 are going to be moving on to the bracket. So not really a direct competition happening now. Oh man, Wader just had, this is my greatest fear, going against that snail mini boss. You have to take a damage boost from him, and it's really easy to fall into the pit as you damage boost. That's just what happened to him.
Yeah,
that's so frustrating.
That is not an easy moment. You're right, it's very easy to fall in that pit. Alright, got it second time.
I'm always afraid of that. Scares me every time.
Same. I actually think I hold left pretty hard as soon as I make the jump, just to try to ensure I'm gonna land in the right spot.
If you're brave enough, you can always do a back D boost, but I'm not. So
yeah, I'm afraid of like I'm more afraid of like on the Crushers on Dustman stage.
Oh, Kaiser, not Waiter. I'm looking at Waiter's name and the screen above him. I'm sorry. Yeah. That was Kaiser, not Waiter.
Also looks like a huge improvement on the 8 robos from Kaiser from the last run, which is awesome. Waiter Krister.
Waiter Chris, yeah. Just combine them into the same person. And Waiter now is on Toadman. Oh, and okay, I'm gonna stop watching.
Waiter's on Toadman and seems to have caught a bit and taking a reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it's fine.
Still have plenty of time, though. I'm looking for that explosive run from Waiter.
Yeah. And Pot Dot is just having a great run. He's just cruising through everything. Even the kind of little hiccups from the first run have pretty much been eliminated. He's on a great pace. Oh, and then more commentator curse.
Oh!
I'm gonna stop watching everybody. Just every time I look over.
There. Toad. Alright, this is enough health.
Okay, so yeah, you hear him say, this is enough health. He's gonna go for the just straight to ring, not using the drill to take off the hitbox. And that...
Easy. Kind of low on ring. Didn't save time.
You clean.
Because I fell down. That's why. Fell down.
We have Rift switching back in here.
Extra screen transitions from Mega Man 4.
Excellent.
I'm basically fine.
Look at Chrissy's splits, man. 4 minutes ahead coming out of Toad. That's awesome to see. Just going from the first run to the second, doing excellent.
I'm gonna jump over this guy too.
Frame not happy about Square Machine. Nobody's ever happy about Square Machine.
Oh, I'm sure.
Slide. Nice, not a slide.
Can't blame him.
Yeah. Someone in the chat's wondering, where did Waiter go?
So we do have, yeah, I know Jade, you just kind of came in. We do have 6 runners in this heat, and so we only have the ability to show 4 of them at a time, so they'll be cycling in and out. So I think when Waiter reset, we jumped over to Rift, who was in the middle of a run. But we'll be trying to rotate them as much as possible, and certainly focus on folks as they get towards the back end of runs, so that we don't miss any times getting put up. No, you're fine. This is kind of a unique format. I think it's really fun how they decided to put this together, but it is a little different than most of the races you might have seen before.
Almost the quadruple badge.
Yeah, it is for sure. I really like the fact that it gives every runner an honest chance to show what they've got. Sometimes you just start up a run and it doesn't work well, so having those 3 hours is a great opportunity.
This is a very punishing game, as we've seen several times already. Small mistakes can have big effects on your time, so
Yeah.
the format is probably more I think fair to get the seating right. But once we get to the bracket stage, then it's you know, then it's going to be for real. So we'll have that excitement when we get there. Hot Dots in his refights, RF on cockroaches. Let's see what
Try
drill
the corner
does
to
for
lag
him.
reduction. Right?
It's getting a walk. Are we gonna have no? Oh, okay, yeah, no dives.
Drill. Whoops. This is where Pharaoh is.
I love hearing everybody kind of thinking through their what's going on and trying to deal with what the game's giving you. Fun.
This is where Ring is.
Man, a great ring fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thanks, Dust.
That's going to be a good boy. Nice.
Yeah, Dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta appreciate anything they can give us. All right, so
Whoops,
looking
nice
at
long way shot.
Potdot's time, he's just over 38, getting in here. So I don't think a 38 times possible, but definitely sub 40 is still possible.
Yeah, an improvement for sure over the last run, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Dan's Ring.
So Greznux, this is just Mega Man 4, but you'll see everybody in different places because they do have
By like
the
3
full
seconds.
hour and a half to reset as much
Probably
as
got
they
a billion
can
years
to get the
left.
best time up that they can.
Save and refights.
Coming out of there right around a 38,
Alright,
40.
just don't
Okay, so he does have some
Botch
comparisons to
capsule,
look at.
and we get a 39 in real PB.
Okay, so we need to refresh our stream every 20 to 30 minutes, I've been told.
Okay, yeah, I did refresh not too long ago. I hope I'm not too far behind, but
I don't think I am, but I'm just making I'll just do it to make sure.
okay.
4. Pause too early.
Yeah, before we get to this Potdot fight, let's make sure. Oh, yeah, I was behind. Okay, so he is in the fight. We're at, oh man. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm sorry. I just caught the end there. 39-33 it looked like to me on the
Thanks,
last
capsule.
hit.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
that's a huge one. Sub 40.
Huge. And I believe that's a real PB. I'm not positive. But from looking at their times that were on the boards, let me double check here.
Yeah, not too much casino there.
Yeah, according to Potdot's time on the leaderboards, he had a 40-17. So that looks like it's a real real PB and a really good time. Best time of the heat so far.
Just another round away here. Back out into drill stage. Hopefully this one can make it through.
The sub 40 is a pretty strong time. Yeah, we have no idea what the cutoff will be for the top 32, but sub 40 is definitely a strong time, and we do have over 50 people competing.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a huge save right now, coming through the Roach Twins. It's like he's 5 minutes up on the last run. That's awesome.
All right. Oh, Rift getting some dives. Well, Drill Man loves to do that. And then, man, Dive Missile. This is going way back to that conversation about weapons, but Dive Missile can be a great weapon and it can be a terrible weapon. It sometimes just flies all over the place.
When can it be a great weapon?
When it goes straight to Drill Man. That's
Yeah, it's amazing. It's kind of amazing how overall useless, I guess I would say it is, because you would never use it for anything else but fighting drillmen. But yeah, when you see those drunk missiles, it is heartbreaking.
yeah, just circling around. But Rift has a nice time coming out of drill. Just one more robo left, and I see a good bit of green on his screen. Of course, RF has made it far into this run, so...
Okay, someone in the chat says, how many people are... So, I think, what do you guys think? How many people are signed up?
Well, so Manix answered it right below there. I think it was 55.
Oh,
total.
got it.
Yep.
Ooh, RF having some trouble with the drill or not the drill, with the jet and
Yeah.
Wily 2 there.
Bad dog.
That screen can be terrible.
I think that's what RF just said. Oh, man. Yeah. I do really enjoy this stage because all the rush jet strats I think are pretty fun, but they can be pretty frustrating when he's a bad dog.
Yeah, at least Mega Man's not a jerk to, rush, though. You know?
Yeah, can't have any robot animal abuse.
Ooh, something
That's
interesting
right.
here, seeing Kaiser using dust on the Cossack catcher.
Mhm, I
Not
was just-
seen that before.
That's right, Simo rocks. Yeah, Rush is a good boy.
Yeah, that's another one of those soft weaknesses. So I think it does 2 damage if I'm correct, and so it is a little bit quicker than using the Charge Buster. But now you've got to deal with some ammo management. So either picking up an extra refill, and well, I guess Cossack 3 and 4 have passed, so there's not a whole lot of options. It'll really just be Wily 3 be the place to refill it.
Agreed, yeah, Rush is best good boy.
Alright, Frame getting into those refights. He's gonna grab that health, make sure he's in good shape. Now I'll have to see. RF look to maximize picking up as much ring as possible, but you usually need to get a little bit of dust there. Okay, no, he's fine on dust, so he must have gotten that somewhere else, and I just missed it.
Maybe he picked it up in C3.
Rush is a little friendlier to the Mega Man 3 runners. That's a good point, though.
Yeah, Mega Man 3 Rush is...
That is the most broken jet.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so nice Pharaoh refight down, going into Skullman next.
Yep.
Alright. It's also interesting, with just seeing resisting frame there. The slight differences in optimization on refights so that you can get back to the teleporter quickly. So in the normal dive fight, you want to finish in the middle so that all the particles go flying off the screen a little bit quicker. But then in that refight, you want to finish on the left side so that you go straight into the teleporter.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, as long as Mega Man's standing on the teleporter, you're straight out of them refights. And the only kind of reason not to do that would be to pick up some health. Yeah, it's just to add to your point. All right, let's hope RF gets a good drill here. Nice, no dives.
Yeah, RF's having good refights here. It'll be interesting to see. You know, he's just what's that say, about 10 seconds behind on the previous split. But with these good refights, I think he's going to be making up some time from his last one. Be interesting to see if he can pull off a heat PB or not.
Do you guys know if like Toad has come back? He seems like he's been gone for quite a while though.
He is playing. Yeah, I just jumped over to his stream.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, with this kind of long heat format, it's certainly fine to take take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
RF just had a good dust too. It looks like this RNG is going in the right way at the end of this game.
Oh, and I don't know if we mentioned the animation skip there last time, but just like with Taco Trash, using the drill bomb for the very last hit of that first part of the capsule makes that refill happen pretty much immediately, which actually saves a decent amount of time because the refills are so slow.
Yeah, and then the second shot ends up being worth double damage, so you kind of get your money back.
Yeah, so Frame is back ahead.
And then looking over too, it just looks like Rift and Chrissy are both on nice runs as of now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some big improvements happening.
Square Machine just finishing up. Square Machine on nice pace. Yeah, Chrissy's flying. 5 minutes ahead of the previous run. Doing really well.
That's fantastic. All right, let's hope RF gets some doubles.
All right, cross those fingers. Oh man, yeah. It's so easy to focus on trying to get the hit in on the capsule that you don't focus on the little ball of light coming at you, and it does a lot of damage. So
yeah, I'm sure every runner in chat right now has felt that terrible moment. GG, dang.
Nice, great to get the double hit. Got him under 42, 41-56. That looked like a pretty good split. Might have been a 55, but
nice.
Great run. Great run.
I was just gonna say though, like every runner's probably had that terrible moment where you've had the double KO on the Wily Capsule in this game. It's not a fun feeling.
No.
It's a weird thing too. I think that this is the only game where that rule is different, if I know correctly.
Looks like we have Toad back in on our stream.
Yeah, made it into dust and on good pace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of folks on deep runs.
Yep. Now we're getting Pot Dot back on our stream. And looks like he just started with Pharaoh Man.
I try to concentrate. Thanks, dude. Legit. It's awesome.
We got some ripped audio on the mainstream now too, so hopefully we can hear some of those great lyrics.
Trun's always here.
Oh, and there's the fast crusher again from Toad. Man, he's gotten that every time.
Oh, it scares me every time too, you know.
It is not an easy thing to pull off. I know some very experienced runners that have trouble with that.
Oh no.
Due to the science.
All right, Pot Dot finishes with Pharaoh Man, and now he's getting ready for, I believe, Bright Man. Meanwhile, while Rift is facing the cockroach fight.
Let's go. Let's go, buddy.
Looking at Rift splits, it's all green and gold right now. It looks like it's definitely on the pace right now to
Gather up the chickens and
make a
cows.
nice improvement.
Mm-hmm.
We're riding into battle. Yeah, buddy. Go, 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 go! Dun-dun-dun-dun. Nice climb! Man, what, man, just imagine. Wow. Did I have an E-tank there? I don't know. I'm gonna grab this E-tank. Lol.
Dropping that safety E-tank, good move. Definitely can come in use in saving a run, especially in a format like this. That's probably the fastest one that you're going to be able to get.
Turn my alerts off. Thank you, Frank, for the 30 months, dude. 30,000 years of rock hard support. Love you, dude. Yeah, freaking buddy. Yeah. This is being restreamed on Speaking, so I'm super glad that the robot's not reading that.
Oh!
I was supposed to jump. Damn it.
Seems like Chrissy had a little bit of bad luck with Dustman there on Wily 3, but moving on still on a really nice pace here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Pop Dot doing a reset there.
Skull was nice to us about it. This game's impossible? No. At my level, it actually feels like I should have everything easy. But I'm just inconsistent, you know. I just.
All right, Toad. Meanwhile, this time does he does a he remembers to face off against Skullman as what was shown on our screen though.
Yeah, he's been fighting some mismenus throughout this heat, and hopefully is not a continuing issue.
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy fish up the machine right now. It's close. Okay, cool. Chrissy gets out of the machine. Very little health left there, but good to see that. So this is going to be a huge improvement, just getting out of Wily 4 now.
Yep.
Oh, looks like Pop Dot had a little bit of trouble with the Scorpions in Pharaoh at the beginning. Just going to take the quick reset and move on. Smart move. Sometimes it's hard not to over reset though when you have issues at the beginning of the game. I know I'm very guilty of that. Spending forever in Bright Man.
That was scary and stupid.
All right, here we got another capsule fight coming up for Chrissy.
Yep.
See some doubles. Gotta be really careful with this ammo.
Yeah, gotta get a lot of doubles.
Oh.
Oh no.
With 2 lives left, though, it's actually probably not a terrible idea to just go ahead and take a death and play it again. We'll still save time.
Yeah.
It's a race PB either way. Yeah, there we go. Go with the intentional death, or you could even farm the caterpillars at the beginning of the stage. Try to get
that
some more.
That would take up a lot of time,
ammo.
though.
Almost in spikes before the last screen. That's alright.
Oh, looks like. Oh no! Don't take that life.
Oh no.
All right, looks like we got the farm happening.
Drop, yes.
Yep. This is where you gotta rely.
So that it happens soon.
Yeah, I know. So far, not good luck.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Oh, I could have gotten that.
He's still not getting it. There's one. Oh no, he didn't
give me
need
a
to pick
big
that
jug,
up.
Man.
Drop.
But no big weapon jug.
This is hard. Sometimes
This
bad
is,
luck just gets the
this
best of
is
you.
Kinda mean.
Yeah, I know. Oh boy. Oh.
Welcome to RNG Simulator.
Oh my god. How many
You guys
times?
are enjoying it?
Okay.
This is why I don't play this game. No, I could have gotten that.
I don't know if anyone does it just say this is why I don't play this game, but that's funny. Just looking over here too, watching Rift do a great job going through Wily 2 right now. Making the way to taco trash. This should be a big save as long as there's no major mistakes in the refights.
Nice.
So looking forward to seeing Rift make a big improvement on the time way down previously.
Man, where's the weapons tank refill when you need them? You know.
This might take a long while.
Not in this game, unfortunately.
No. Oh boy.
I'm kind of grinding.
Probably gonna have to wait till like Mega Man like 6, I believe.
I'm like.
I think that
my brain is like giving.
you might be right. There was the there was
another one of those
Yeah,
like
Mega Man 5
5 that
right
filled
there,
everything.
friends.
yeah. Well, as I was saying though, like he grabbed an extra life, but anyways, as I was saying though, like Krister though, like well, sometimes you gotta pay attention because when you're like at like plasma weapons though, like you grab those weapons refills and it does nothing.
Absolutely nothing, as you can see. That can hurt him. So
We don't have an energy balancer quite yet.
we're
Getting all the lives.
The drop rate in this
Oh
game.
my
This
goodness!
Is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness!
Nay.
Oh, I saw Rift grab another E-Tank before the refights, definitely wanting to ensure that this is going to be an improvement, and it will be.
Whatever it ends up with, but nay.
Man.
Another extra life.
Can somebody clip how long this is like taken, Krister, to get these weapon tanks refilled?
Okay, yeah. Oh, when I'm in here.
I'm like shocked.
Grind here. Somebody had to.
Okay, clips don't last this long. Okay. But wow. Yeah, 4 minutes of farming.
Not in this degree of madness right here, though.
Looks like he's gonna have to. Something's gonna have to happen quicker. This time save is gone, unfortunately.
Should reset.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking.
I'm trying.
have a run that's going that well.
The
The fortunate thing for Chrissy is that there's still an hour and 10 minutes left on that clock. There's still plenty of time to come back and have a great run.
This is just
Yeah.
Checking in on Rift, making a good job through these refights right now, starting them off.
One big jug. Not even one.
Could potentially. It looks like probably like a 41 might be coming there. I'm not sure.
Hello, Otter.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks.
It's all good. Yeah,
Chris, you just trying to farm for ammo, huh?
Yeah, and it's taking him forever.
Time.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
that's the worst. Those guys.
It's getting ridiculous.
Scumbag.
Yeah, well,
I don't know
now,
what the
now
drop rates are, but it's low.
If it's gone, he'd probably just go ahead and take the reset, and it looks like he will. It's a smart thing to do at that point.
Yeah.
Man, how do you have this much bad luck, though?
Well, and we still got plenty of time, and we know.
That you have to
I mean,
get past
I don't know what
the
Chrissy was more than 5 minutes ahead, so it has plenty of opportunity to break it again. But man, that is hard. Oh, and Toad's made it into Cossack, so he's got a good one going. I mean, man, he's at 1945, halfway through
blazing.
Cossack 1, yeah.
Let's hope that this is his run. Just been watching Rift over here. It looks like so far, Drillman's been being a good boy, and I cursed him. Rift, I am sorry. I am so sorry. I had to say something. It opened my big dumb mouth.
Oh man, every time, right?
It looks like we have Waiter coming back here. And so far, that run looks nice. Staying ahead.
Yeah, good time through Dust. Looking good. Rift has this sometimes awkward ring refight. It would be great if you could do it. Oh, well, so here's a double KO. The good news is...
Yeah, what you're going to say.
This is one of the only double KOs that actually goes in your favor, but obviously still slower than not dying.
Yeah, on that menu, he still has 6 life, so it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, he'll be okay. You can see from his reaction, he's not super happy about it, but, let's look on the bright side. As far as double KOs go, that's one of the only ones in your favor. Yeah.
Dustman's not being his friend.
Yeah, and then Dustman being a jerk.
Yeah.
Is he? Yeah, I saw that little hesitation whether he was going to go for the health or not. Probably thinking, let's just make sure everything goes smoothly from here on out.
So it looks like Rift had a 42.25 on the last completed run. There's definitely a chance to save some time here. Is going to need a nice capsule fight, though.
Yeah, a good capsule fight, and then we'll have a good idea of what's possible. But you're right, it certainly looks like a Heat PB is in his future. And keep an eye on Toad cruising through Cossack too. I saw you just had a nice movement through the spike room. We'll see how his square machine fight goes.
Seeing Waiter right now doing a Buster fight on Dust. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not positive either. Dust is one that's not terribly difficult to Buster, but obviously slower than the ring fight.
Yeah. He got the kill, so we'll see. It looks like they're still in the positive on the split there, so keep it going.
We're getting dramatic slowdown. That's I think that's happening for everybody.
This isn't a Mega Man 3 tournament.
But Rift is so he's going to be kind of right around mid 40. Coming out of refights, him holding his head, but
definitely is going to get an improvement here as long as the fight goes normally.
Mm-hmm. And let me look at what his overall PB is because I have a
he's holding
feeling
his head because he got out of that fight with like 2 health left.
Yeah, well, it was exciting, but I think he might have been on real PB pace. I'm not positive. Let's see. His real PB is a 40.55, so he probably wasn't quite on that pace, but it's not too far off. But yeah, he had to clutch it there. And let's see, Toad on this square fight. Slow-mo's making it look all weird, but
Yeah,
that was a 3 to start.
It looks like he got a 1 because of the slow-mo.
Yeah. I'm definitely of the opinion that the classic megas it's not lag, it's dramatic slowdown, and so now we're just getting very dramatic slowdown.
I like that positive twist.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like it's time to watch Rift get in and take out Dr. Wily. Let's see that improvement happen.
All right, here we go. Oh man, that health refill, even more dramatic than usual.
Oh yeah.
Someone just said frame by frame commentary.
Got a double hit on the first one.
That's great.
Yep.
And not a great spawn, but he gets the hit.
2-1-2 is not a bad way to go. And it's gonna happen. No. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great fight for Rift. GG.
Yeah. 31-37. The glorious fist pump. Yeah, buddy. Good job.
Yeah,
Rift.
buddy.
GG's in the chat, everybody.
So that's gonna move him up ahead of his heatmate resisting frame on the standings, and he's gonna be just behind Looking Toad, but in the top 10 of the competitors we have right now. Right. Toad's got his auto scroll on.
Yeah, I think we're likely to see a good improvement from Toad through this run. Definitely off to the right start. There's still some time left, so it's too soon to tell. But I like to curse everybody unintentionally.
Stop jumping.
Just not having a good time with Brightman.
Yep.
Rift giving Brightman a good scold.
And meanwhile, Toad getting out of C4 with some good time here. He is an eyebrow splitter. I actually learned that from him. I had never had any idea where a good place to split out of that stage was, but there we go.
I also am an eyebrow splitter. You got to split on wiggle brows. I enjoy that. Yeah, Toad's cruising. I mean, he had a pretty good first run, but as we mentioned, I'm sure by his standards, he wanted to do quite a bit better, and so he's doing that right now.
That's good.
More than 2.5 minutes ahead. It's looking good.
Let's start over. I was trying to do something.
All right, so we are approaching an hour remaining now.
Yeah, just under an hour remaining.
There we are. So far, this heat has been really hot. Some great runs coming out of everybody.
Yeah, everyone's doing great, though.
Pot Dot still has the fastest time in the heat, but this is 38 pace for Toad if all goes well still. So we might see a shakeup on that.
A little bit. Hopefully it doesn't hurt him too much.
Just watching waiter screen. Do we got a winter solstice in play? Yes, we do.
What?
Yeah, great start to the ring stages there.
Yeah.
Big stand.
All right, we'll see how the Met Daddy fight goes for Toad now.
Interesting move from Toad sliding in. I've heard that jumping through that gate actually helps you because it gets you closer to Met Daddy, but when I see a top runner do otherwise, I question myself.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know you're right. Jumping through it does get you a little closer, and you need to be a bit closer to fire off those rings. Though you also don't have that. You don't get control as quickly because you've got that time you're in the air. So I don't know if it's just a matter of kind of how quickly you can react, or if the jumping is actually quicker.
Either way, good fight.
Yeah, very good fight.
Up to Wily too on a very hot pace for Toad,
Come on.
who has already guaranteed that he will win his entire tournament.
I see Rift down there on the Grasshoppers using that damage boost to slide across the spikes just a little bit quicker. Lots of little optimizations that are possible. Oh, and we're getting some Rift music.
Best.
Way too high. That's the high guy, yeah. Low, high, low, low. Yeah, buddy. Zong. Q. Fun. 43 gate, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
As if we all took a quick break to listen to the musical stylings of Rift.
You got to.
Mm-hmm.
And Rift's getting a friendly pattern from Bright. Getting those shots. If you're going bust.
Fun.
All right, Toad's going into Taco Trash. I'm guessing he's probably, he's gonna just go straight to ring. He's not gonna worry about trying to use the drill.
I mean, wreck.
Did fall down, and he's low on health, but no problem.
Ooh, real close on the health there, but getting out.
Yeah.
Saving even more time. This is a very hot run.
I'll tell you, my butthole puckered up on that one. Yeah, buddy.
All right, so
Yeah, buddy.
refights. We got again some RNG to worry about. I don't remember exactly what it looked like before. Whether he had some good luck or not on his refights, but and Rift
nice
is
job landing.
he's doing everything he can to encourage Mega Man across those little guys moving for him and everything.
Yeah, that's
nice.
a very hard screen to optimize. Just getting those
Whipped
platforms
twice.
to not shoot.
And let him land on me.
Pot that had a unfortunate death there, but early on,
If
just
any
reset.
of those three things had
Not a big
happened,
deal.
we would have been able to continue.
Toad getting that kill right in the corner so he can get to the teleporter.
Yeah, just keeping Pharaoh nice and tight.
Mhm.
In and out.
I disagree.
Doing the same thing with Skull, getting him over to the teleporter. He doesn't want to spend any time traveling, just wants to kill him and get to the next one.
Still a 41 balloon.
It seems like Chad is also enjoying Riff's musical usage of music. That was a terrible sentence.
Yeah, and Hot Dot not agreeing with the game's decision on how to go forward.
Why am I not? Alright.
Toad has a smooth beginning to the
Why
bright
am I holding
fight.
charge here?
He's also again trying to get over to the left side, but Brightman didn't want to let him there.
Section.
But no problems.
Got the balloon despawn. Too slow.
Oh, Rift had that screen transition. You take
Summer solstice.
Gross.
See, Toad's... Oh, yeah, he had a jumpy drill there, but then decided to dive back down.
Wait,
But,
that's
hey,
it.
one dive.
I disagree.
Lots of disagreeing.
Dan's Buster.
Oh, thank you for putting a sun up in chat. Encouraging the use of summer winter solstice.
Late jump. Should probably reset that. But I'm
Not a bad
expecting to
ring
die
fight
in bright,
on the
so-
refight, and was able to pick up that health, so just gotta cross our fingers for Dust. Dust, be a friend.
That's right.
Oh, and
Can Dust be nice?
Of course, we get sucks right off the bat. Okay, he's gonna grab that health. Should be nice and safe. He's got plenty of ring ammo. Maybe not absolutely perfect RNG, but he handled it really well.
Okay.
Oh crap. We cannot afford to get stupid up in here.
Toad just reminding himself. Play smart, finish the game. It's gonna be in good shape.
Alright.
Yeah,
Safe, didn't take any deboost, but I didn't feel like
that's a great time.
Yeah,
Nice and
look,
careful
we
on this
always
fight.
had a good time. Yikes.
Yeah, we're looking at a mid 38 as a very real possibility here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's get some double hits and finish strong.
Yeah.
Nice 137? Yeah. What am I doing? What is wrong with my movement here?
Here we go, here we go.
Alright, let's go.
Alright. Starts off.
Go.
No, it didn't go through.
It's so tight trying to get those 2 hits in before he disappears and not putting it into iframes.
Nice.
Okay, there we go. There's the double.
And
There it is.
38-27.
Man, great time.
Yeah, I
That's
think
gonna
that,
put him-
puts him on top of the board right now, yeah?
Number 2.
Okay.
Yep, second place.
Yeah. Riley had that really low 38. But yeah, that's going to be number 2 overall. 3 heats in. That's a fantastic time.
Yeah.
And we got, a little under 50 minutes. Plus enough time to start another one.
See how
Toad
long
could
everyone wants to keep
still
it going.
improve.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
See, we got Wader in ring. Rift is starting out another one. Bot dot also electing to reset there.
What? I pressed up. Okay.
Rift's getting the bright man jumping all over the place. He was just synchronized with him, jumping with him. So it was fun.
Not the best luck for a bright first runner, but sometimes just gotta roll with it.
On Wader crushing the ring fight like he does.
Yeah, let's hope to see some green here. Nice, a little rainbow action.
Yeah, nice improvement. Yeah, Seema Rock saying, think somebody will get a 37. I would not be surprised with how many great runners we have that somebody in the qualifying heats could put up a 37. That's a nuts time, but we got a lot of really good runners, so. Nice, we getting Kaiser Krister swapped in again. Looks like back on some good pace in Toad.
Good to see another run come in.
Yeah.
Oh, Wader taking a rough death in the lag room.
Oh.
Yeah, lagger, man. So for Mew Mew, we're in the ring heat right now, and we're going by Robot Masters. So the dust heat is going to be later tonight, and that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever that comes out to yours, but 6 hours after we started here. Same Mega Man time, same Mega Man channel. Come back, check it out some more.
That sucks.
All right, so Chrissy
Really?
coming out, Toad. Yeah, really good time through the 8 robos. Going to be under 23 minutes, more than 4 minutes ahead of the previous pace. So let's hope we can see a nice improvement there.
Yeah, I think that the bad luck in the universe should be ran out on Chrissy at this point and get through the game and take down quite a few minutes at the pace he's at.
All right, so Mew Mew fan 152 says, will this make to YouTube? I think it should. Yeah, it definitely will.
Everything makes it to YouTube. That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Moniker.
I mean, all the speed gaming content makes it to YouTube. I'm sure it does.
Hot Dot has a nice time through Pharaoh.
Hey, Ario. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying. I really am.
Probably not immediately, but it should. Yeah, well, that's basically the point, though, yeah.
Wader had a really nice bright fight there.
Took the words right out of my mouth, man. Yeah, it's good start. Let's hope this run starts producing.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm sure it will be up on YouTube eventually. You know. I mean, if you miss any of the heats, so you could always like rewatch them on YouTube. You know, that's plain and simple. You know.
See how this Mothra fight goes for Chrissy. It's in super good shape for health and ammo and everything, so just getting the hits in with that hitbox.
Shouldn't be a problem, though.
Well done. Saving even more time. I love seeing everybody using the new splits, and so it looks like there's so much gold happening on everybody's stream. It's always fun.
It's really good. It's not only good for timekeeping, but I feel like psychologically for the runners just not to have to see their PB splits and be racing against them in a scenario like this.
Yeah,
super helpful.
Good point.
Yeah.
That drop ate my input again. Like,
yeah, Wader getting.
Oh.
There's just some bad luck.
Yeah, rough luck from the
getting
game.
Terrible luck with like drops right now. It's ridiculous.
Man, 4 people with sub 39s up there already sick. Yeah, I know it's getting intense. Wouldn't you guys say?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Darko started us off. I think with the first
terrible drops.
Best
the first
time.
38, and yeah, that set the bar high in the very first heat, and everybody has delivered. We've had some awesome runs, a lot of clutch runs at the very end of heats yesterday. So I think as the time ticks down and down more and more, we're gonna see some more exciting stuff happening here.
Yeah, as we go to like as we go through the heats, though, you know.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Who knows? Maybe later tonight or Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Sunday morning, though, that some people could overtake Riley, though, you know.
Yeah, well, and certainly with folks racing right now, I wouldn't count it out.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been a very fun race to watch. Needless to say, you know.
For sure. Oh, Wader getting a nice little animation skip there. Yeah, I think he's going to keep running with that despite the death, because it was a pretty quick death.
It's not a bad move right now, especially with how much time is left. You still have enough time to finish a run and get another one started with enough time to choose whether or not you want to take that reset at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Seeing Chrissy getting a little bit of bad luck with Square Machine right now.
I hear you, HJA, but there was a world record holder, which sadly is not in our bracket though, but had that kind of like 37 something though. I think it was 37-17 though.
Yeah, we got a lot of folks with 37s in the race still, so it's Chrissy gonna have to go for the 3 cycles, 1 hit away. That happens far too much with Square Machine. Very easy to do, but no problems there. Finished it up in 5 minutes ahead.
Save, yeah.
Yeah. Badap coming in to see Toad's moved ahead of him.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight at the top for sure.
I know. Just imagine what the finals will look like, though.
Tournament all the way through for sure.
Oh, yeah, and the whole tournament.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm looking forward to seeing the Kalinka Cup go down as well, just watching some of these newer runners proving themselves going through that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Likely including myself in that.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a new world record by the end of the tournament. Yeah, I mean, that's not out of the...
Yeah, Becco and Ohan both putting up under a 37:30 in the past week, so we could certainly see that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I was talking to Not Riley like a few weeks ago, and part of the conversation was like, it's insane that there's no 3720X, and since that conversation, there are now 2 of them. So yeah, the times have been going quick. I mean, you look at the leaderboards over the last few months, there's so many more entrants, and the bar is being set so much higher for this game. It's been awesome.
Yeah, lots of attention being played to it, lots of people coming in, and so seeing the growth of newer folks like you and IRATs, and then also the improvement of the really top level runners like Lick and Toad and Becco and Ohan that are doing tons of great work. It's amazing. It's been so much fun.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Oh man, Pot Hut comes in dust and pretty much immediately gets a suck, but he's got the health to counter it. Oh, and then gets a very good kill. So dealt with it well.
Does a really good job staying close to dust and just letting those rings hit as fast as possible.
Dude.
We got Frame coming back onto the screen. He's been resetting back at Brightman.
It split, but doesn't matter.
All right, I'm excited to see this cockroach fight from Chrissy. Yeah, getting the hit on the second one.
There's something so mildly scary about the cockroach fight, just knowing that falling off of any of those platforms ends it.
Yeah.
A bad damage boost can send you back to halfway through the level with low Pharaoh ammo.
And as we mentioned earlier, optimizing the time for it is tough too.
Yeah.
Despite being not a scroller of a stage, it's not a gimme. So over 5.5 minutes ahead of the previous run. That's even better than the last one at this point, I believe, that Chrissy had. But has made it to Skull. You can see a little bit of red, but just barely behind. So certainly not worth resetting. See how that fight goes and if can start gaining some time.
Slides are a little bit better.
I think here, Wader feeling a little more confident with the way that things are going. Hopefully able to get out of this bad luck slump and put together the run that we all know that Wader can.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again, that person's, his PB just does not match his skill level. And it's still a great PB. I
Yeah.
think it's 39.54, but like Wader's easily a 38 runner.
To be, as we've said a few times, under sub 40 is a pretty tremendous time, whether it be PB or qualifying time. That's a very good run, and I think you're right. Wader's he's going to be breaking through, probably getting into those 38s in the near future, whether it's today or the next few weeks. He's just playing really well.
I have not seen a runner that keeps themselves closer to the room grind than Wader either. Just constantly improving things and figuring out ways to optimize little strats, and it's all going to come to use sooner or later.
Practice, man.
It's a thing.
Okay.
We got a summer solstice over there too, or sorry, winter solstice. It was a clean climb. Little mistake at the beginning or at the end. Man, I'm backwards. Someone shut me up.
Practicing is cheating. That's right. No practice, only runs.
That's right.
Just don't do room times. Well, I mean, you're cheating once you're on the spreadsheet.
Well, you know what they say though. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying though.
I'm definitely trying.
Yeah. Reset buttons are cheating. Well, that too, and also save states as well, you know.
Chrissy's having a good run through Wily 1 here. I think this stage it's the death by 1,000 paper cuts kind of stage. All those little bonks into Mets and going through this underwater section, you have to be so clean. Got jet.
Spikes
it's so
everywhere.
easy. But a couple little hangups, but overall this has been good.
And then dealing with Met Daddy as well.
Yeah, and same thing, dealing with Met Daddy. It's easy to kind of bleed time throughout the stage. And grab. This is along with the Cossack 4 E-Tank. The quickest E-Tank to get just barely out of your way. Not a bad idea to go for it. See how the fight goes. I was gonna say, might be thinking about going to that E-Tank now. Just be safe.
HJA says, where's BT?
Yeah, BT is not in the tournament. I don't know. Nice fight.
Get Met Daddy down.
Yeah.
Huge save here.
Yeah, still.
I was trying to go for a back boost.
Getting more and more in the green.
I'm so stupid. Why do I do these things? Like.
Wader in the lag room, man. It's
whatever. I'm just gonna try.
Always tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish a run.
He is very green going into Dustman though, so heard him say, "Let's just keep going, finish a run." I think with all that time he had built up after Ring, that he'll probably still be in good shape.
It's worth it. And then going back again to the time thing. If this run looks sour at the end, there's still enough time to get that last reset.
Mm-hmm. See, and that was a good looking lag room. Dealt with it well that time.
Chrissy with coil strats in Wily too.
Mm-hmm.
Paying off too, getting through that screen real quick.
Yeah, I've really loved seeing all of Chrissy's strats. He's really got some things he does a little different, and a lot of really good kind of like consistent strats. So that's how we've seen this pace a couple times now.
Yeah, if it works, it works. I can't, can't criticize any more than that.
No. That's the really fun part about doing this, about having 50 plus people coming together to run the same game. You see so many different variations on little things, and can kind of feel the personality of the person coming through, and the little things that they choose to do, and what strats they implement, and what they have unique things for. It's cool.
Wow,
all right, we have like
minutes up on that run.
All right, we have like less than 30 minutes, half an hour to go though, so everyone's doing great so far, Yeah,
good point. We're getting down there. We're getting low.
On our time though, yeah.
Oh, and Wader did make it out of dust still green, even with that death in the lag room, so
that's good to see.
Yeah.
Both heats so far, we have seen someone take advantage of that last run, and maybe we'll get that again today. I'm not sure if our other two runners are still going or not. Second check. Yeah, they both are.
Hey, what's up? Seymour play games. How's it going, man?
Yeah, so quick explanation of the timer and what's going on. We've got a whole bunch of people that are competing to put up times to qualify for the tournament. And so this is our third heat. We've had 18 people involved so far. And the standings in the middle are just the best times. So as we go through the week and we have more and more heats, and more people have chances to put up times, then that'll get constantly updated. The timer in the middle is showing how much time everybody has to put up that best time. So we started at 3 hours. We're a little less than 30 minutes to go. And then once that timer gets to 0, they'll have a chance to start a new run or continue on the one they're on. And then that will be their last run of the day. Whoever can come away with the best times, that'll determine the seeding for the tournament. Yes, multiple attempts in the 3 hours to just get the best time you can. So we see everybody kind of all over the place at different places in their runs. But, yep, boss names are the groupings. And so this is just our third heat. Like I said, we got it going on all week long.
Mm-hmm. Sitting at the urgent care watching the tourney. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Stunt. Hope you're feeling okay, man.
Yeah, I'll be thinking about.
Oh no.
Yeah,
dude, I keep messing up this.
Stunt Rooster in the
the
later Friday heat, I believe, if I remember correctly. So. Oh man, Wader taking a death on that kind of last screen of dust. And so going back to the midway point.
Ooh, just real quick, if you look at Chrissy's screen, I think there's some PTSD from that last run. Using Buster on Ringman to save the Pharaoh shot.
You know, I really like that. Just saying, take it a little bit slower here, but make sure you got ammo. That makes sense.
Speed Gaming 4 with the nice raid. Thank you so much.
Welcome everybody coming in. Got some hot Mega Man 4 action. And yeah, mentioning Toad on another hot pace. Man, yeah, what did he finish his 8 robos at? Low 18, 1815 it looks like. Man, that's flying. Yeah, so in 1815, I mean, it's pretty early to say anything, but that could get us into the really low 38 or 37 time frame.
Exciting for sure.
Pot Dot doing well in Square Machine. I'm pretty sure he had to take that 3 cycle last time, so he had a nice time save there. Gonna be green late game. And of course, Chrissy's still doing wonderfully.
Yeah, huge improvement there. Up so far. This has 2 E-tanks too, so...
Yeah, good point with this fight right here where Wily control you, and then of course in the final Wily fight, it's very nice to have an E-tank in your back pocket if you need it.
It gets out of machine just fine.
Oh wow!
And then Waiter's down in Drill Man. I think he's probably gonna.
Let me do this.
Let's see. Is he gonna? He's gonna keep it going.
Gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Go. Let's go.
All right, let's see Chrissy get a nice big finish here and take down a bunch of
Over
time.
6 minutes ahead of the last one. This is awesome. Kaiser Krister, take my luck.
That's right.
Oh, Waiter does decide to just go for the reset.
Probably not a bad move at this time. You know, see if you can get a run started. If not, you always have that last shot. Worst case scenario for Waiter though, a 42. I think it's 42:37. That's not a bad time to put up.
No. All right,
here we go.
Crossed. We're gonna hope this goes. Oh, there's
double.
Nice.
Plenty of ammo, plenty of E-tanks. Just needs
more
one
hit.
more and down.
Oh, wonderful.
GG. Big improvement there.
Excitement. I love it. Oh,
yeah, he's popping off.
that was great.
I can still do one more.
So yeah,
Yes, you
and
can, and you
still plenty
should.
of time. Oh, that was awesome.
Now I'm like.
That is awesome.
That's great. It's great to see someone jump up that much.
Okay, need to write this. Okay, 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think that was the right split. 47-01.
Toad in kind of a sticky situation with Square right now. Let's hope that this fight ends nice. Yeah, he's a pro. No problem. Square down.
Pro gamer. Oh, he does.
Alright. This should be a gold split.
Yeah, Toad's doing great. We're getting Rift moved in. Pot Dot still just crushing it.
Yeah, this isn't Mega Man 6. What?
He's too good. Good.
We just saw a Waiter get fast fly on a Bright Stage. That's nice. It's a scary little strat there.
Yeah, he's got
get
a good
off.
start to this one.
Horse pattern.
But I had it on balloon and missed that first one. I don't know if we've said anything about how balloon jumps work.
No, we haven't.
So for anybody that's not used to Mega Man 4, you'll see him kind of jumping up, and it looks like just jumping off of nothing sometimes. You can place the balloon into a wall, and it'll despawn almost immediately, but you've got a small little bit of time that you can jump off of it. I think it's 8 frames. I'm pretty sure that's the right number. But it's enough that it's not too difficult. It's pretty consistent, but you certainly do see people missing it occasionally with that pretty tight frame window. Dot showing us exactly how to do the Cossack catcher fight, using those slides to prevent him from actually doing attacks.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And we get to quickly learn that it was Wily all along, and we're off.
Yep. The game's not over yet.
Good old wiggle brows. There it is. Got done with a really nice time.
All right.
Let's see where Toad's at after the cockroach kill.
Yeah, what's up, Brett?
Split, yeah, 25-42 or something like that. I mean, he's ahead of pace for sure. And that's based off his 38-27, so
why am I holding a charge?
Might have a new fastest time of the heat if he can keep this going.
Top of the ladder, dumb.
Be great to see.
No.
I feel like I can always tell when I'm watching a top runner, or even more so listening to a top runner, because I'm like hearing Potot's audio right now, and like he's taking issue with stuff that I would just love to see in my own runs.
Yeah, it's true.
That's not Jet. This is Jet. 1-800, make the call.
Telling you. Make the call.
And Rush Marine has to be one of the more interesting additions to this game. 'Cause I don't even know at a time I would want that casually. I could think of like good uses for Wire not being a runner in this game, but like Rush Marine just seems useless.
Every single time.
I mean, Dive Man stage, I guess, but
yeah.
But you get it from Toad Man, and so it's pretty hard to imagine a route that would get you Toad Man, but then have Rush Marine. Yeah.
Which trees do you like the most?
Okay.
So I do really love in 6 the POW suit and the jet suit.
Better, right?
You get your little Mega Man Rush DBZ style fusion going on. I do really like that.
Mega Man 7 robot transform with Rush is fun. Yeah, it looks fun. It looks real. It looks like it's pretty cool.
Thanks, Metal Daddy.
Toad first is very common casually.
Yeah, actually, I have to say, a few months ago when I first started running this game and had no idea about strats, I was trying to go Toad first.
Really?
Yeah, because, the boss fight's easy, so if you can get through that stage, you have a run started, and now you have weaknesses to kind of assist you through things. Unfortunately, it's very slow.
Didn't slide to get through the thing. It's fine.
Alright, well, we are approaching 15 minutes to go on the timer, that is.
Sure.
Yeah, it is going to be kind of a decision point for some runners to, think, is it worth it to keep going, or is it worth it to reset? And of course, Dot on some great time and very late into the run. We'll certainly be able to finish this one and get another one started if he wants.
Yeah, it
Toad
looks
is
like
in the
Toad's
same
gonna.
spot.
He's going to be in a great position here because this run's probably going to finish with just a few minutes left on the timer and be able to make that decision.
Get around the corner, please.
And hopefully, looks like Waiter's getting a good run started now.
Yep, Waiter's in good shape. Rift just had a good pace run in the Ringman fight, so he just reset. We'll see if he can kind of get something started or where he's at. But going straight to ring, as we kind of expected. Does it well.
Problem. Taco's down.
Yeah, fell down and obviously took some hits, but there you go. Gold. Faster than the last time he had that one.
Oh, looks like Toad just got a good cycle on Met Daddy too. Followed by not so good, but should be a 3-cycle fight. There we go.
Three.
Alright, he's getting those refills. Yeah. So you hear him saying,
This is low dust.
checking his ammo. So 3 for ring, filled up dust, and then said, "Oh, this is low." He is going to be tight. It's so hard to tell for sure, but I think he's got enough for Pharaoh and dust, but definitely going to have to not miss shots. That's
yeah.
The unfortunate thing too is that you fight Pharaoh first between the two in the refights, and it would be much easier to switch to Buster on Pharaoh, but you're using that ammo already.
Yeah, and you use so much more ammo. And I would also say dust is a bigger time loss if you have to switch. Whereas Pharaoh going to a Buster fight isn't so bad, but
yeah,
you don't. If you go Pharaoh first, you don't have that option.
Sorry, I said dust initially. I did mean skull.
Oh yeah.
Before chat,
weapon and
correct me, which they probably already have.
But he should be fine here. He did a good job on Pharaoh. And getting the kill over on the left side, that's awesome.
I don't know where Skull is. It's fine.
Alright, yeah, good dive fight. And bright.
No! Stop eating my shots, you
Just got some
scumbag!
real bad luck from Bright Man.
That is so easy to do. The Skull Shield is, I think, one of the worst shield type weapons. Some of them are real powerful. Skull will block projectiles, but that means if Bright's doing his shots there, that you're just putting your Skull Shield to block the shots and not doing any damage.
Yeah, really smart backup though. Went and just took 3 instead of 5 and used up that extra rain flush and is moving on to drill.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the thing to do in that situation. Still get no flashes.
Please.
And no dive from drill man. Not to take away from anything, Toad is entering refights at a very nice pace right now.
Yeah.
Get Toad's health.
Yeah, he's flying. Toad playing it close. Toad always going big.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm getting Ring's health. Sure, why not?
Looks like we have some Winter Solstice action from Rift. Good to see.
Alright, no sucks, dust. No sucks.
Could Toad be the first
Dust.
37X?
Yeah, I think he's still got it possible. I'm looking at his pace. It's possible.
It's going to be very tight, though. Going to need all the luck.
Keep your fingers crossed, guys.
Yeah, cover your ears for that Wily Capsule fight.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other dog owners out there in chat, but whenever I'm fighting Wily Machine in this game, my dog does not like me.
Yeah, I believe that.
What's up, Prizzy?
Hot Dot's got a great time going here.
Yeah, 38's dead. I had God Capsule.
All right, so dropping in the stage. Yeah, I don't think the 38 is still possible for Hot Dot, but 39 for sure.
Nice.
And an improvement on the previous run.
And seeing Toad getting an extra dive.
Oh, and another dive. All right, let's see this. Come on, double hits. Oh. Okay. Good start.
Okay.
One more hit here.
But
Got it.
All right.
there it
Good
is.
game.
Nice. Very low 39.
Low 38.
Yeah, that was a great run. Big time improvement. Let's see, not gonna be enough to move
Or
him
low
up there,
39,
but
excuse me.
yeah, that's gonna be good for the later heats to make sure he's up at the top.
Great.
And now Toad's gonna be kind
He
of
doesn't suck, dude.
finishing up his refights and
Please.
going big. I also hope he doesn't. Oh man, and then we get the
There's
suck.
one. Let's hope that's
Alright,
it.
this is
Nice.
Be a bud. Okay,
Let's go. Pretty slow.
Oh, good.
able to grab the health. Go into the fight. We're in good shape. We're in good shape.
Yep.
Freaking ring, dude. Move balls. Alright.
Machine down.
Look at all that
Right.
time. Oh god. We're gonna lose 37.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like Toad's probably looking at a low 38 here.
Yeah,
He
we
still
lost
might be able to
37.
bop
God
Riley, but
dang it. I'm so sad.
This still
that's one heck of a time.
just ahead of Not Riley still though.
Man. Oh well. It ain't over till it's over. I might not even get 38. I might die if it's over.
Classic speedrunner optimism.
All right, let's get that 2-2-1. Let's get that God Capsule.
Alright, let's just get all double hits.
All right, here we go.
All right. All double hits, get out of here. I agree. Okay.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Oh man, Wily.
Double hit it there, but I didn't want
Come on.
All right, it's still an improvement. 38-11. That's a great time.
Man,
Oh well.
GG.
Oh
great
man.
run. Great run.
I mean, it's
That is a
qualifier
great
time.
run.
You really
Oh
wanna-
boy.
And showing how tight these top runners are.
How much time?
Riley with the 38.09 yesterday, Toad with 38.11. Man, couple seconds.
Man, it feels like Wily kind of hesitated there, like a little at the end, though.
Wiley's just always a jerk.
Yeah.
And Toad wasted no time. He's going to get right back to getting the run started. We are at kind of our 5-minute warning here.
Yeah, with that little time left, you might as well get going. And if you have a quick reset, it's not gonna end your day. Balloon get.
Missed the balloon jump, so he's gonna get a reset in. Oh, Earl helping out a little low on ammo because of the cockroach fight. And I think that was why he didn't go for that double shot at the end, as he wanted to make sure that he didn't completely run out of ammo.
Smart move, finishing the run, moving up. It's a really tight, knit little deal between first and second there.
Yeah. Yeah, so as we're getting down to the end, reminder of how this works. If they are in the middle of a run, when it gets down to 0, they can keep that going, or they can elect to start a brand new one, but then no more new runs can be started after the time ends. Had some simultaneous Pharaoh fights happening with Wader and Toad.
Of course.
Hope you guys all dust heat later tonight, though.
Oh, Wader getting the animation skip.
Yeah, we got about 3 hours from right now.
Yep.
Until the heat starts later tonight, so give everybody a small break, and get some food in you, and come right back.
A little intermission, yep. Got about less than 3 minutes to go.
It's gonna be interesting to see what the runners decide to do in 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have more people going out to the end of the time on this heat than we have in the past.
Yeah.
In both Pharaoh and Bright, there was one runner that decided each to go through the allotted time. And here we are, a minute 40 left, and still at least 4 runners going, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to see some people try to keep it going.
Well, I'm sure you all agree that more Mega Man is better.
Always.
Yeah.
I could have slid, but now I can't.
I've watched a lot of Mega Man in the past day and a half, and I'm excited to watch even more.
Oh, same here. I had a lot of fun watching both streams from yesterday as well. Including the one you were in the race, Rats, though,
I'm gonna reset one more time.
Yeah, man, it was really fun to be part of that.
This is it.
Yeah. And Mr. Otter, I wish you the best of luck in the race you're gonna participate.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we got a lot of good people still to go, and so the standings are already looking spicy. I'm really pumped to see.
Yeah, so we have like 30 seconds remaining.
So now we're going to see, are we going to get resets or are we going back? Looks like Toad is resetting. I think RF is about to make that decision. Probably going to keep going with that green split. I don't see Chrissy throwing away the run that's happening right now. And Wader is going to keep going. Cool. Here we are.
And jumping around to the other guys that aren't on stream, Rift and Pot Dot, at least right now, I think they're still going. So I don't think we're going to have anybody call it early. They're going to try and get the absolute most they can in.
Heck yeah, that's like a persistence award for Ring Heat, all 6 runners sticking out
Yeah.
to the end of the time. That's great.
We knew this would be a great heat, and they've lived up to that.
It has definitely given us what we desired.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and the tension just kind of ramps up immediately as soon as that ability to reset's gone. Just like with the first one, everything feels just a little bit more intense now.
Yeah.
We'll also get to see maybe some decisions in here that we haven't before. I remember seeing Vet and Venez both ending their runs. Toda unfortunately taking a death, and I think that's him calling it.
Okay, yeah, there comes the Toad raid.
The raid.
Amazing job by Toad.
But that was, I would definitely agree with you there. But that was actually more where I was going in the first place too. We saw both with Venez and Vet finishing the game, even despite getting up a little bit at the end for both of them. I wonder what we're going to see here if runners get behind enough that they're going to decide that, I'm happy with the run I have and I'm going to be done now, or if they're all just going to go ahead and finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much respect to any decision that's made. And as Toad's coming in, we got to give him a huge shout out for also all the work that he's done to put this together.
Yeah.
A huge part of the Mega Man 4 community for a while, and I know this has been a lot of fun for him getting all these people together and celebrating this game. It's awesome.
I'm sure we all have a lot of fun playing Mega Man in general, though,
I'm so stupid.
Of course.
I think that we can also just owe a lot of these great contributions that have been happening in this game with the additional leaderboards stuff going on and things getting more and more competitive and better. I think that's all thanks to Toad and putting together this tournament. And I'm very happy that I got to participate in it, and I'm looking forward to watching you, Mr. Otter. It's been great.
Yeah.
Oh man, watch Rift here with 1 HP. Oh man.
Yeah,
I think so now we're kind of at that decision time for Rift. I think he's gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
Rift's a big time competitor.
Hang out Dustman with the Buster.
There you go. This is also great with everybody at kind of slightly staggered places. Wader early in the game, RF just a little bit past that, Rift just a little past that, and then Chrissy at the kind of back half of the game. If they do make it all the way, we'll have some staggering so we can catch all the action. That was a good Pharaoh fight from Wader. Frame just had the platform save him there. He was very close to falling to his death. See how this ring fight goes for him. Nice, very good fight for RF. I don't think Pot Dot stopped.
Oh my god.
Pretty sure he's still going. I think Toad's the only one that had to call it a day. Oh, and there you go, Colt confirming that he is still going.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah. Chrissy having to take it a little safe across the spike room there, but did get the extra balloon refill at the beginning, so no worries on ammo or anything. Certainly just don't die kind of situation.
Yeah. Just keeping this run clean will we'll see additional improvement, which is great.
Cruz and RF going through the crushers, and there's no way to make that section not just a little bit scary, especially in this situation where can't reset anymore, but handles it well.
That was a good one. 719 out of there is good.
It's like Waiter is enjoying his ring split, which is nice to see.
Yeah, so you hear him say 719 out of there is good. I agree. That's a great time out of there. And oh, Chrissy's gonna get a 3 to start out the square machine fight. Three hits on the first cycle, so 2 cycles still possible, but it's gonna be a little tight. Oh, and a 3 again. Square machine not being friendly.
They're doing that. Ah, just missing the 2 cycle too. Looks like a 3-3-3.
Oof.
Man, that's like the worst case scenario right there for it to be a speed run. I mean, the best case scenario would be like a 1-1-1, you know?
Yeah, well, 1-1. You're hoping for a 2 cycle and not even putting that to the third. Oh,
I
Waiter.
heard the input. I heard the input. There. Why does it always do that?
Getting a dropped input like that late in.
Yeah, and that's too bad it's, after the crusher and everything, so far away from the checkpoint. They're just gonna keep it going. Smart call to get through the crusher with Buster and save his ammo, though, so he doesn't have any issues on the boss fight.
Yeah.
I always die to this spot. I don't know what it is.
It's really not that much slower either to be taking Buster through the crushers over ring.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's got a good... HJ's got a good point. 1-1-1 wouldn't be very good because that means you done goofed. Good point.
You also should go ahead and buy a lottery ticket after you get your 1-1-1.
Yeah.
RF on his skull fight does very well.
And then the cyber police will come after you. Yeah, that's for sure.
Classic.
It's like a 1-in-1 in 10,000 chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna be interested to see how Chrissy does on the cockroach fight and what the split is coming out of here, because 30 seconds ahead compared
Thanks,
to
Wily. Appreciate
that
it, man.
last run. That was a really nice space for him.
Yeah, I remember Chrissy
having
having a really good end game there.
Yeah.
Waiter gets that drop off the ladder that sends down for the screen transition again. And he's still green. I mean, he's having a really good run, just with unfortunate little mistakes that are keeping it from being a really good run for him.
I'm playing like ass again. Here we go. Too safe. You went too safe there.
Feel sad for Waiter. Yeah, I know.
I feel myself holding my breath just a little bit every time I see Rift make one of those jumps in Toadman over the pits. It's so easy to die in that stage.
Yeah, and hear him saying I'm playing too safe. He's gonna go all out for this one, try and push that time to the max.
Waiter is a good sport. Yeah, that's true.
Waiter's a great guy. There's nothing else. Yeah,
it's just incredible.
And as Resisting Frame is finishing up his dive fight, and see he's back in the green, so he's gonna be in good shape. And
CNRF get the Ferrofill there too.
Or Chrissy, you mean, right?
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, and like I said, Chrissy coming out of Cossack 3. I was wondering how that split was gonna look. He's still green. It's pretty tight.
Is Pod still playing or finished? Still playing, okay.
Still going. If all holds here, then Chrissy will be the next one to finish up, and then we'll probably be cycling in Pot Dot.
Yeah.
Oh, getting a little health refill there right before the Cossack catcher. Loses just a bit of time, obviously, to stop for the refill, but never hate having full health before a boss fight.
Yeah.
Oh, and because you can see it's so easy to put those charge shots just through the little legs of the catcher, but not do any damage.
Yeah, you wonder though, how come that doesn't do damage on that though, you know?
Yeah, there's again some tough hitboxes here. Oh, and then got that little I don't know if it's a glitch necessarily, but sometimes if you take damage while you're starting to charge, you just don't charge your shot. So there's that little bit of seconds where you think you're charging and then have to figure out that you're not.
Some luck, we might be able to.
Yeah, so going into Wily just a little behind. It'll be an exciting finish for Kaiser Krister.
Feel like that 11.7 is much to worry about, though. There's definitely chances to save some time here and keep improving.
Mm-hmm.
Rift just finishing up on Moth here. Looked like a really good fight. See that gold? He's fishing.
And Wader's still green. He's keeping chugging along and not letting some of those, little mistakes hold him back. He's going big.
Mm-hmm.
You only need one good run in all this time, and we're hoping that this is it.
Of course, gotta watch this spike room with Rift. This is always just a little scary. He's got it, no problem though.
Waiter is Bay.
Alright. We'll see what resisting frames time is coming out of the 8 robos, but I think he's going to be in good shape coming out of there for a potential heat BB. I'm a little worried about Kaiser Krister's health coming in. Oh, he's going to go straight to the E-Tank, and he's got plenty of them, so that's good. That's good to see.
Yeah, he just grabbed one.
Oh man, resisting frames getting serious. We got the Mega Man helmet going on. This is go time. Oh, Chrissy. Oh, nice. I was holding my breath there. That was...
Yeah.
And Rift. Just like everyone else having to deal with good old square machine RNG. Get that last hit in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shoot, and I just realized I missed it. I saw RF respawning at the checkpoint there in Cossack 1, but I'm not sure what happened. So I don't know how quick. Must, some sort of death, but I'm not... Oh, and then he... Ice physics, man, ice physics. Slides right off trying to get that despawn on the Skull Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, got tackled by one of those. How could the helmet betray him?
Oh, I've never seen somebody fit into one of those so well. Looks good.
I like that helmet that he's wearing, yeah.
Alright, makes it over this time, no problem. He was ahead by a decent amount. He had a really good 8 robo time, so see where he's at coming out of the boss fight. I think he's certainly going to be able to keep going, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rush Jet not quite cooperating for Chrissy there either. I've seen some Rush Jet shenanigans a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then gets crushed by Mothra. So I think he's gonna call it there. Really great work by RF,
GG RF.
Getting
GG.
under 42. And he's also one that, just picked this game up very recently, and he's gotten real good real quick. So I think we'll see where he ends up in the tournament standings, but I don't want to be going up against him in the tournament. That's for sure.
You guys can cut me off if if it's over, yes, but I will try. I'm gonna try something.
All right, so we're bringing Pot Dot back on our stream.
Yeah, Pot Dot's late in the run. Rift is late in the run. Waiters at Cossack 1.
Down to 4 now, yep.
And notice this before Chrissy takes a little bit different boss order. So it looks like going to dive. So I'm assuming that means starting with drill. Yeah. So we'll see right away how those dives go.
Yeah.
One. Oh, and then comes up an immediate redive. Those are
man.
Oh, come on.
Oh, and the last second one again.
Oh.
Not exactly being friendly.
No.
Podot's got an exciting square machine fight going on, too.
Yeah.
Very low health. That's kind of cool for Chrissy using a dive missile to start off the fight to get those health values at the right place.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
almost
haven't seen before.
saving the menu with this different route.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
Potot's doing well with having to play a little conservatively. Finishes it up. Yeah, played it safe and came out alive. What you gotta do.
Is Cossack really riding a giant crane game? What do you think? I
You
mean,
are correct. That is.
I guess.
That is definitely what's going on there.
yes, he is. He's doing it without putting any quarters into the slot, you know.
It's one of those new ones that runs off a credit card.
Yeah, off his credit card, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a close ring fight right there.
Yeah. It's so easy for that fight to go off the rails, so. Alright, let's hope for a good dust.
Please
No.
don't do this to me, Dustman.
Why you gotta be like that? Okay, so one suck. It's not the end of the world. Now finishing up with Pharaoh.
Taking a rough death there from Square Machine.
Oh no. Yeah, I got a feel for Waiter.
Yeah, great runner.
Chrissy did use some of those extra drill bombs earlier in the stage, but made sure I had enough to finish off the fight. Did well there. What's the split going to be at? Just barely red. So with a good capsule,
there's a shot here. This is worth going for it.
Let's go. Let's go.
I don't think it's possible though.
I'm trying to remember exactly. We've seen so many runs, but if I remember correctly, Chrissy did have a pretty good capsule fight, but I'm thinking 4 seconds it's still possible.
Yeah. And, why not? Let's go for it.
Oh, yeah, I mean. Nice clean hallway. Looking good on ammo.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, I think that was a little too quick. Okay, but good hits.
Oh, that sucks.
I'll get one more hit in.
Just be careful here, not get that ammo curse again. Oh.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
It's got ring. Okay, and he does know that, but now we're just gonna have to wait. So that's unfortunate. Went big. Had to go all out. Respect it.
I mean, given the situation, what was required to improve the time at that point, totally understandable.
Yeah, had to go big.
Am I done for now? Yeah.
When I'm not holding a charge at all.
Oh man.
All
I
right,
think
Chrissy, GG.
Yeah, I think. And for 3+ hours of great runs.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Flick.
All right, so let's see. Pot Dot's a little behind going out of Cossack, so got 4 stages left there. Wader in Cossack 3. Riff just getting to the refight, so he's going to be our next one to have the exciting finale. Rift is not far behind his previous pace.
I always forget that the stage is coming. Until I see it. Nice slide. Too early.
Manic's bathroom stage, best stage.
Hey, we got the double. Didn't do it properly though.
Yeah.
I would argue bathroom stage, worst stage, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm just so not used to getting the double. Why did I not hold forward there?
I mean, that's going back to what I was saying, like Pot Dot, just noticing everything. Maybe that's what makes such a great runner too, is being able to realize like every last little bit of movement and how it's affecting the run. Those calculations in real time.
Oh man, this is like my greatest fear. This room, you missed that. Oh man, and he just like
great backup.
Crashes it. It's actually pretty tight with that rush jet to make that little jump, and if you fall down and the Yoku blocks get off, it's a nightmare to not just fall in the spikes. So. But he showed you how it's done. That's what to do if it happens to you.
Rings here.
I think Rift had that same issue that Pot Dot had last time with Brightman shooting into his skull shield. He should be in good shape. Yeah, and he's got plenty of Toad weapon to get the hit in on Drill.
5 hits on a short pattern and 3 hits on a long pattern because I got frozen. Is that what just happened? Did I see it correctly? Did my eyes deceive me? Or am I correct?
Alright, we're finishing up drill.
5 hits on the hard pattern, 3 hits on the easy pattern. Cool. Fuzzy Mega Man.
Alright, Wader had a good Cossack catcher fight. His perseverance has been really impressive. I mean, he just keeps chugging. It's awesome. Alright, we're back over with focus on Rift as he deals with Dust Sucks.
Being Dust Man.
Yep.
Just whatever, dude. GG, I mean...
We all feel that.
I know.
Oh, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't even get it.
He doesn't care who he hurts. Yeah, Dust is just a jerk. Rift handled it really well, though. I mean, he had a great...
I had a really bad machine. Guts and Glory, let's go.
And is he... Oh, yeah, he's below. That... I wasn't sure with Dust trolling him and stuff if he'd still be in the green, but he is. So we got a hype finish.
Ago.
Alright, so Rift is like just about almost done.
Yeah, here we go. Come on, Wily. You've been mean to enough people today. Let's just let's give somebody a nice
Especially
pattern.
Toad.
Why didn't I shoot?
Oh, there you go. Gets a nice double. Oh.
No.
No. I think he's reacting badly, but yeah, that was. Oh man, tied. That's what he had.
Oh wow, he got him.
Oh man,
that is consistency. Look at that. Just whoever gets matched up with Rift in the tournament, just expect that 41-37. That's
wow.
Great job by Rift. Great job across the whole heat. And that looked to be the right split too. I'm pretty sure he tied it. All right, and then there were two.
There's two remaining.
The end of this heat.
Yeah, a lot of dust.
Man,
still not the correct menu.
I love how many people we got taking runs all the way to the very end, and how hype these finishes have been. That's been great. Let's see if so there you go. Bright, a little bit nicer to Hot Dot this time.
All right, Rift gives us a raid though. Thank you so much.
Yeah, buddy. Great work, Rift. That was so much fun watching you.
Yeah.
Hit him, please.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pot Dot has it. I think that was just one dive. I don't think I missed any. So.
I think it might have been 2.
Was it 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we don't need Toad's health because we're going to end up getting Ring's health anyway.
I love hearing the thought process. That's great.
Especially if we do that. I want it.
Yeah, good call. Making sure that he gets the health there.
I want a 2 Pot Dot.
All right, Dust. Oh, and you know, Dust, just been a bully all day.
Yeah.
Tired of it, man.
You're fine, Baron.
And Wader's heading into the refights. Have to kind of keep an eye on how these guys treat him as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I hit him on the rebound.
I'm gonna say that was some sick swag by Pot Dot throwing the ring the other way and coming back. He's low on health.
A little scary.
I don't know if he'll elect to go for an E-tank or if he's gonna just. I mean, he's. Man! Oh! Oh, it hurts me.
Right at the end.
Oh man! Oh.
Luckily, it's not difficult to buster the first half of this fight. Come back.
Yeah. And I mean, huge respect for going for it when he was at 1 HP and going big. And we see Wader having to do a little improvisation as well, going to the Buster Skull fight. That's never a fun place to be, but
it's like he didn't intend to leave without grabbing the health pill, but
I had to have some really good movement.
Luckily, Dive Man shouldn't give him too much of a problem here. There we go.
Make sure he grabs that.
I realized I needed help, so I stayed in, so I didn't lose that.
Hey, Retro Gaming, what's up?
I probably should have gotten that help.
Alright, Wader's out going to drill. We'll see how he treats him.
Pot Dot about to finish up for the day.
Yeah.
The final hallway. I hate how awkward the spacing between those caterpillars is.
Yeah.
He's very good shape on ammo, so that's good.
Yep.
There's a nice double. And oh, thought that was gonna be it. There we go. And there's
there we go. GG
under
Pot
41
Dot.
still. Man, that's a fantastic time too. Under 41 is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Drill, bro.
great across.
Yeah.
All right, let's just watch Wader finish up now.
Yep.
Great John has not played, and I'm pretty sure Great John is in the Dust Heat that's later tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not looking like it.
And then there was one. And Dust just cannot be a bro.
No.
Yeah, that's it. Oh well.
Runner Watcher. So it's going to be the top 32 times across all of the heats. So this is just our third heat. We've got 6 more to go. So a lot of runners left to go, and as you can see, the standings filling up. It'll be the top 32 times that make it.
Just skates by through Wily Machine, but good to see.
Yeah.
Happy to watch this last run get wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's I appreciate that Waiter with the new splits kept the count, the attempt count on there. 22 attempts in this little bit over 3 hour time period. I mean, these guys were grinding hard, lots of hard work put in. Lots of skill.
Definitely. Definitely the heat that has put in the most effort so far, just when it comes to keeping the runs coming.
There we go.
Nice.
Gonna have to be watching his ammo for sure.
Yeah.
I was buffering. Oh.
Yeah, finish it up with ring.
Oh,
and then the spawn on top of him. I mean, what can you do?
Oh, right in the middle, though.
What can you do?
Yeah.
Man, fantastic effort from Waiter. Really appreciate him putting on a show for us.
GG, Waiter. That was great.
Huge GG's to everyone in the heat.
All right, everybody. Just want to thank everyone for coming out and watching the ring heat. Just to wrap up how this heat has gone so far, now in second place on the leaderboard, we have Lookin' Toad with a 38.11. In fifth, Pot Dot with a 39.05. In ninth, Rift with a 41.37. In 10th, RF with a 41.56. 11th, Waiter, 42.37. And 16th, Kaiser Christopher with a 47.01. I hope you all will come back tonight for the Dust Heat. That's going to be at 9 EDT. We'll be featuring the following runners: Slurpee Ninja, Great John, Antlers 44, Krevel Star, Moniker 1717, and Mr. Cab 55. Huge thanks to both Mr. Otter and Coop 17 for doing the commentary with me.
I appreciate it, man.
It was a ton of fun. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I had a fantastic time. I'll see you guys all in about 2 hours. Let's do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Bye.
GG.